Previously on Resident Evil Month.
Wait a minute, did I leave the kettle on?
I think they all ran out of town when the big muscle zombies started hunting them down.
Oh, that makes sense. Big zombie what now? Oh god, my leg! Oh, the pain!
Do you think that's Spanish for Welcome to Resident Evil Month?
Absolutely not. Go, 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 go!
I want you to call me by my code name, Adam Redfield.
Nope, absolutely not. Nope, no way.
Don't say it.
Vampires.
Satsu.
Haunted dolls.
I said don't.
Rubik's Cube babies.
And now, for the conclusion.
This is the life. No more Brolly Corporation, boulder smashing, or mouldy Airbnbs. Just a cruise out on the open sea on this wonderful ship, the Gone Podcasting. Wait a minute, is that?
Hey Satsu, long time no speak. Fancy playing some bingo?
Oh, cool, sure, I'd love. Wait a minute, cameo from another content creator, Resident Evil reference. We are on the ship Gone Podcasting, right?
Of course!
Oh, thank God.
Which is what I would be saying if we weren't on the sister ship, the plot twist.
Oh, why is that a thing? So you mean no bingo, no relaxing, and this bracelet that does nothing but whisper ominous threats? Ooh, it's yellow now.
It's probably nothing. Welcome to Resident Evil Month.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Resident Evil Month. My name's Satsunami and joining me today is none other than the one and only Revelations expert herself, is Jules. Jules, welcome back to Satsunami.
Thank you for having me. I love Resident Evil, so I'm very happy to be here.
And last week you thought it was the last episode, but yep, spoilers, we are back and we are indeed talking about, quite a interesting pair of games, is it right in saying, Jules?
I would say so. I feel like these are definitely the more forgotten games, to say the least, because I rarely see anyone talk about them compared to the main series, or even Code Veronica X, which is not a main series, but that's definitely way more talked about than Revelations.
Yeah, would you say that Code Veronica is definitely the one that people are clamouring for a remake compared to these games? And I know I'm jumping the gun here a wee bit, but...
Oh, absolutely. I haven't personally played it. It's on my list of ones to play, but I think out of all of the Resident Evils that I see clamoring to be remade, it's always Code Veronica X.
Yeah, I have gone back and played all the mainline games. I've played, well, obviously Revelations 1 and 2.
Yeah, let me just tell you everything about it. It's going to be brand new.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just going to sit back, you take the episode from now on. But, I played Revelations 1 and 2, I played a handful of the others, but I did try to play Code Veronica, and it's got those icky tank controls.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I got my butt kicked. Not even by a special zombie. That's what's so sad. It wasn't like a Crimson Head or a Hunter. No. Just your regular Joe as a zombie. I didn't realise he had an explosive barrel beside him. And, yeah, they didn't paint it red. It's like bright white. How am I supposed to know? Anyway, yeah, so I had to put it down for my own sanity and safety.
I don't blame you at all.
I mean, I've got a few friends who have said, why don't you review Code Veronica for the month? And I thought, I don't have the time, I'm going to be honest. Between all of the other games, even though I haven't completed Resident Evil 0 yet, I've played a chunk of it. So far, it's all right.
That one is also on my list. I've bought it. I'm like, okay, once I finish the ones that I'm currently playing, it's next.
Just got them in the crosshairs. I mean, then again, speaking of Resident Evil games to play, you've definitely played some of the more, and I'm hesitant to say this in case the Resident Evil fandom come after me with chainsaws, but, you played more of the, again, not obscure, but the spin-offs, let's say, like Outbreak. Is that right in saying?
Yes, I'm currently playing through Outbreak, and I've played Survivor, Umbrella Chronicles, Operation Raccoon City. I've played a lot of just the ones that have gone by the wayside, or ones that quote-unquote people call bad.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed Survivor for what it was. It was pretty goofy. Outbreak, I'm really trying to like it. There's just a lot of, this was made in a time period where it just could not thrive. If it was made today, it would be really good, but it just was hindered by its limitations.
So has it got those tank controls going on, or do you at least have the analog to move around in?
Yes, you do have the analog to move around, but the inventory system system and just your partners being worse than Sheva's AI is just the whole game of fighting what's the worst problem that you're dealing with.
Oh, now that is a bold claim. Come on now.
Oh, no, I have said this on my streams that I will hands down defend Sheva's AI after playing Outbreak. I will think it's the god tier AI compared to your companions in Outbreak. They will literally just run off and do whatever they want and just die. And then it's like, well, where are you can call them all you'd like. There's a whole mechanic system to it of like, hey, if I need help, you can call them. But they can choose programmed in their AI whether they want to help you or not. And you don't choose the companions. It's whoever you pick as a character. They just assign them to you. And you'll sometimes get stubborn companions. And if they don't feel like helping you, they just won't.
Just imagining, you're yelling on someone saying, no, come on, it's safe here. And they're just in the corner like, my time has come.
Truly. Or they'll just take items that you need and you'll be like, where is this item that I'm looking for? And then you find them and it's like, oh, it's in their inventory. Okay.
Just aggressively eating all the green herbs.
Or like if they do need an herb to heal, they will not use it. It's like, please, can you use this so you don't die? No, I'm good.
No, I don't think I will.
Pretty much.
Anyway, that's next week's episode, of course. As soon as I find a copy that isn't £100.
Oh man, I bought it right before the 9 announcement.
Yeah.
So it was still relatively cheap, quote unquote,
Yeah.
for PS2 games. I think I bought it for like $60. And I was like, okay, let me buy Outbreak 2 as well before the prices skyrocket. And then as soon as 9's trailer released, it went out the window for the prices for the games. It's insane.
Honestly, it is so surprising. And I know this isn't the topic of the game, but it is so surprising. See, when you see a game get popular by proxy, for example, the Deadpool game or Sonic Adventure 2 when the Sonic 3 film came out, you look at the website going, oh yeah, that's a nostalgic game. Maybe I'll pick it up. How much? No, I can't afford a second mortgage. What are you on? Oh.
How much is my kidney worth?
But anyway, enough about Rule of Rose. I was actually having a conversation with someone about that you can't really play it on stream unless you either admit that you're really rich enough to buy a copy, you're either really lucky, or you're playing it through dubious means.
Yeah.
And it's like, which Russian roulette would you like to choose from today? But anyway, speaking of revelations, that was a terrible segue, I apologise.
Is that the name of the game we're talking about? That's crazy.
Yeah. What a coincidence.
Well, yeah, what a coincidence.
It's only been, 1, 2, 3 years since you've been in Satsunami? Probably the last time after this. So, out of curiosity, obviously you were talking there about your history with the games, but what is your history with both of the Revelations games? Were you a fan / player of them when they came out, or did you come into it later on?
So Revelations 1, how I discovered it was pretty interesting. I had played, my first ever Resident Evil game that I played was Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii. I was like 12 years old, and that was my first experience to Resident Evil. And then I got into 5 and 6 because my friend was like, hey, these newer Resident Evils are out and they're co-op. You want to play them with me? And I'm like, I don't really have that much knowledge on Resident Evil, but hey, it's co-op. And I wasn't even into horror games either. So I was just like, okay, sure. And I played 5 and 6, and then Umbrella Chronicles was next for me. And then I saw Revelations randomly on a shelf at GameStop. It was like the 360 version. I didn't play the 3DS version. So I picked it up. I played it for about an hour or two. I think I got stuck on something. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll come back to this later. And that later was like 10 years later. So I played it fully on stream about a year ago. I love Jill Valentine, so I went into it. I was like, okay, this is a Jill game. I'm going to enjoy it. And I did end up enjoying it. Revelations 2, I played it directly after because I was like, it has to have something relevant to the first game, right? Yeah. So that's how I got into both of them. Was I got into my Resident Evil binge 2 years ago. And I was like, I'm going to play every Resident Evil game I can get my hands on. And then eventually it was, okay, let's play Revelations. I enjoyed the first one and then the second one. And I was like, okay, that was a game.
Yeah. I can only co-sign that. I totally agree with you there, because as I've been talking about throughout this month, and the Pandalorians who have been binging these episodes, ironically enough, will be sick of me saying that. But I started off with Resident Evil 4 Remake, and then I kind of did the Benjamin Button route. I was going back and forth, which is obviously how Benjamin Button goes, clearly. But yeah, I went back and forth from 2 to 3, then I played 7, 8, 5, 6. I was all over the place. And Revelations was one of the last games that I played for Revelations 1 and 2. In fact, I think I might have played it between when I was waiting for my friend to play 5 with me and 6. So I was like, you know what, I've got time. Why not? I've got it in my backlog. Let's dust it off. It's fine. And I'd heard about how it was out for the 3DS, and I remember at the time hearing that and thinking, it is so weird that they would make a 3DS game for this franchise, for a console that is, again, it's for everybody. It's not just for children, but I mean, come on, primarily is targeted. I mean, it's different for Xbox and PlayStation. They're kind of more older, even though it is all ages, but really Nintendo. I know you get mature games on it, but it just seems like a strange thing. But I thought, you know what? It could be interesting. Obviously, I was a big scaredy cat as well, so I never tried it until recently, and I played the Steam version. Yeah, I thought the first game was very over the top, very bombastic, and we will get into it, of course, soon, but it was interesting. It was definitely more action-oriented, whereas the second game was just such a rug pull. Touching on something you said there, where it was like, well, yeah, I'm sure it has something to do with the first game, and I think it references the first game maybe once or twice, and then that's it. You never hear. Yeah, and you're like, this is just such a bizarre series. And I know why people want a Revelations 3, because overall, spoilers, they are pretty solid, but it seems like a bit of a whiplash between them, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. I feel like there's very little connection, even gameplay-wise. I look at Revelations 1, and I'm like, it's this kind of tight corridor, more horror. I feel like I was more scared of the first Revelations. I don't really get scared mostly of Resident Evil games, but I felt more anxiety-inducing from the first game, because you're in this tight submarine ship thing, and you're going through, and it's like, okay, I gotta conserve my ammo, I gotta make sure that I'm fighting the right things. In the second game, I felt like they were trying to throw in every genre of game. Okay, this is gonna be a stealth section. Okay, this is an action section. Okay, now you're just gonna be wandering around as a little girl. It's like, can we just focus on a genre for this game and not throw everything into it and hope it works?
Ooh, survival horror. Ooh.
The first one feels like a survival horror to me. The second one, it just didn't hit that same survival horror feeling to me. It felt more of just a generic horror. I can't really say that we're trying to survive with all these enemies. I think my biggest problem going into 2 is that you'll have these areas with a lot of enemies, and then it's just desolate in other areas. And it's like, this is crazy how these maps are so big, but then it feels like there's literally nothing.
It's like, that Dragon Ball meme where it's like, let's fight where there's nobody around.
Yeah. Yeah, Revelations 2 would be a great place.
Just Goku and Vegeta going at it. You're like, oh my god. I couldn't agree more. Because, I mean, Revelations 1 does kind of have that, but not to the same extent. You're right. There's always a purpose for certain things. And I have to say, it threw me off guard when I was playing 5, and I must have played 5 after Revelations, because there's a scene in that where, I can't remember what bit, but you go into a boat and you have to fight off, I think it's Excella or someone. And I remember going up to the deck and everything. I was like, hold on a second, is this the same damn ship? And it obviously makes sense they would use the same assets, but I was like, son of a, they've used the same ship. Is this the Zenobia 3? What's going on? There's always a bigger ship.
You're right.
I was like, what is going on? Oh, but yeah, see, on that note, will we dive in and see the good, the bad, and the downright oddities of this game? So, we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome to Satsunami, a Scottish variety podcast that discusses topics from gaming and films to anime and general interest. Join me, your host, Satsunami, as well as the rest of our Satsunami team for our takes on these very important pop culture topics.
Sir, it's clearly a trap. I accept your bait! That happens 3 times in the film. Like, every time that general goes, don't do this one thing, he goes, do you know what I'm gonna do? That's exact.
It does as well. She had the pointy teeth. What was that about?
She looked like Bilbo when he wants the ring back.
She did, didn't she? I just want the lightsaber one more time.
Parasite says, no, you will get back into your office and work.
No, says the man in Zoom. Yeah. Trousers are for the working man.
You're bursting into your hotel room. Honey, we need to go.
Leave the kids. You can milk an audition. Oh!
That's the worst thing you've ever said in any of the episodes.
If that sounds like your cup of tea, then you can check us out at our website, Satsunami.com, as well as all good podcast apps. As always, stay safe, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay hydrated.
Stay classy and have a banana. This has been Satsunami.
I'm sorry.
We're Seismic Cinema. I'm Colin. I've probably not seen it. Paul's watched it in the wrong order.
And I'm James, and I've probably written an essay on it. And that's Seismic Cinema. We believe in the power of escapism.
Oh, thank God for that. That'll do.
And we are back. So, let's start with Revelations 1, because, let's face it, it's probably the best place to start. Number 1.
I guess so. I mean, we could have started with 2, but if you want to start with 1, I'm okay with it.
I mean, I want to start in a positive here. Come on.
Right.
I think if we started with the second one, it would have been like, let me tell you about these invisible damn bugs, okay? What was Umbrella thinking, okay? Oh, sorry, Tricell, or sorry, whatever Umbrella.
Whatever 3-letter acronym organization was in this game.
Speaking of acronyms, yeah, I have to say, I really liked how this game opened. You had this, was it a news report of a fake city called Terra Grigia, which was like a floating man-made city or something, and then it was like, oh, by the way, it's gone now. And you're like, that was quick. It's like, I wonder why. As a big umbrella above in the sky is like,
dang you, umbrella!
It's your fault somehow. But yeah, I thought the intro for this was absolutely fantastic, and it did hook you in, surprisingly, because I didn't know what to expect, I'm going to be honest, but were you the same when you started this?
Yeah, I was immediately drawn in. I think I've mentioned that Jill is my favorite character, but that already had drew me in. But I was just like, okay, where are we going with this? This isn't a random mansion. We're not in Raccoon City. What are we doing? And it starts off kind of slow, but I feel like it needs that for where it does go. And then when you do get onto the ship, it keeps building that tension. And I like that anxiety feeling I felt throughout the whole game, because you didn't know what was going to be around each corner, what was going to be in each room. It wasn't like opening a mansion door or, hey, I'm going to go into this random building in Raccoon City. It was truly unexpected, and I really liked that about the game.
Yeah, because it was almost the opposite of Biohazard, wasn't it? Where at the very end of the game, spoilers, but you end up on a ship, and somehow that's the worst bit of the game. Whereas in this, the whole game is just the ship. Well, not all of it, but the majority of it, and you're like, oh my god, we're going to be stuck in a ship. Oh. But I mean, as you said, we get Jill Valentine, and she is partnered up with none other than the one and only protagonist himself of the Resident Evil franchise. It is Parker, of course.
Yeah! Round of applause for Parker, our favorite Italian.
AKA, no, I probably shouldn't say that about him. I was going to say Carlos from Temu, but...
Carlos is one of my other favorite characters, so I'll allow it.
I mean, to be fair, I did like his character. That was harsh, but I did like him. But it just felt weird. They were like, of all the characters they had at the time, they were like, yeah, let's add another BSAA and get used to the acronyms. The BSAA person to accompany her. I thought that was quite strange that just right off the bat, Jill was paired with someone else. But, I mean, it was still cool, and their chemistry together was really good, except for that one weird scene where I don't think the animation really matches up, where she winks at him at one point, and you're like, are you okay, Jill? Is there something wrong with your eye? Like, yeah, that was him.
So randomly, I played the first one in Japanese as well. So Parker has this really deep voice, like "Daijoubu, Jill-san." It's like it's so unexpected for how he looks. Jill has this nice, soft voice, and then you just have Parker just barreling in. I'm like, this is not what I expected, but you know what? He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the beginning, I was like, I don't know, and then it's a bit like Carlos as well when you get to know him, which sounds so silly. It's like, have dinner with him, go through a zombie infested
the best kind of meet cute.
Yeah, exactly. Where did you meet your Tinder date? Yeah, that's the one collaboration I don't want to see. Resident Evil X Tinder.
There are dating sims of Resident Evil. I've played 2 at this point.
Oh, so you have. Every time I'm scrolling, either on TikTok or Instagram, I see you pop up, and I'm like, okay, what cursed game are you playing in Resident Evil this time? And it's like, oh, dating's a... Oh, okay.
Not to sidetrack too much, but I played one where you date the women of Village, and then the recent one I played is where you date Leon, specifically during 4.
Is that not the one where you just died randomly?
I died at the very beginning of the game because my character had set bombs around and Leon didn't disarm them, so he died.
I saw you pop up and I saw Leon on the screen. What's going on here? And it's like, you're dead. That was a quick speedrun. Jesus.
What a dating sim. I feel very accomplished.
I mean, this is what Revelations needed. It needed like a dating sim thing, yeah.
I mean, Jessica was trying with Chris. She was really trying.
Oh, we'll get to her. We'll get to her.
I loved her pre-Rex, and I loved her character.
I have thoughts.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, I have thoughts. Speaking of interesting characters, can we talk about Columbo in this game?
Yes.
I have no idea what he's called. I have completely forgotten.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
All I can see, though, is Columbo, and it's every time he pops up, I'm expecting them to turn around and say, oh, and Jill, one more thing. Surely somebody must have thought that when they were designing him. I don't know how popular Columbo is in Japan, I'm going to be honest. It's not my speciality or anything.
You're telling me there's not a Columbo month in the making?
Well, yeah, we'll see. If the evidence falls into place, we'll see. But yeah, it's like at the very beginning, you're on a beach and you have to get to grips. I actually like that tutorial.
Same. I thought it was a good tutorial.
It's just Columbo watching you search for seashells and things. It's like, this is interesting because they give you a big scanner thing, which I have to say, I did like that mechanic that you could scan around the environment and you could also scan different enemies to get to know them better. Again, so you could kill them, not so you could take them out. Well, you take them out, but in a different way.
Next dating sim, I'll find it.
Exactly. But yeah, it was really well done. I mean, it's a bit slow paced, but again, the whole game is relatively slow paced. And I have a confession to make. At the very beginning, you go into this ship to rescue Chris. You go into this room, and my game actually broke because I was playing it on a Steam Deck, and the compatibility wasn't set correctly. So you know the scene where it looks like it's Chris tied up on the chair, and then it's like it turns out, oh, it's a mannequin, and the terrorist group are like, haha, I got you.
Yeah.
That whole thing was just static to me. And I was like, I had to go and Google it and be like, what did I miss? Right, okay, they're captured. This is very important. How did I miss this?
The most important cutscene. You're fine. You don't need this.
But I mean, I don't know what's worse, that or, and I mentioned it last week when I was talking to Dan about Resident Evil 7 and 8, when I was playing 7 on the Steam Deck, that is quite bad for compatibility. And you know the scene at the beginning where you're driving towards the Baker Mansion? So I didn't realise this seeing the different gameplay, but it turns out there's a bubble of textures around you while you're driving, so it doesn't load, you know, the whole map around you. And I only realised this because I got hit in the face by what I can only describe as the pansexual flag. But it was just completely freaking out, the textures and things. I'm like, why is he driving towards the pansexual flag? Is this going to be important for the plot? Spoilers. No, it was a game. Yeah, so when that happened as well, I was like, well, I didn't get any pretty colours, but I did get static and, oh, Jill, she's been captured. I'm like, well, how the hell did that happen? And of course, yeah, you get captured and then it cuts to Chris and Jessica. Let's talk about them. Because Jessica is one thirsty lady.
Oh, 100%. In the Japanese version, she is constantly saying, ara ara, in that kind of voice. And it's like, yeah. It's like, ara ara, Chris-kun. It's like, okay, it's we're going down this route, okay.
And it's like, when I was downed and I'm trying to fend off these wolves, and she's like, I'm getting my sweet ass over there.
Chris is like, come on, just help me out here.
I don't care, as long as those cheeks are carrying a gun. Just go. Again, I wouldn't call it annoying, but just baffling.
Right.
She had a thirst that I think I've only read in the Bible because of biblical proportions. It was just every time Chris was on screen, she was like, I can be your boulder, Chris. I'm like, why? And can we talk about her fashion sense? 90% of her fashion sense, right? Perfectly fine. No complaints. Why the wetsuit?
So, funny enough is that I do like a fashion rating series with my girlfriend, and we did Resident Evil, and I had Jessica in there, and she's like, what am I looking at? When she saw She was like basically neutral towards a lot of the fashion. And then she saw Jessica's and she's like, well, that was a choice. Not a good one, but a choice.
It's baffling because, I mean, she does look relatively, I mean, from my perspective, I was getting eaten by wolves at the time. But yeah, from what I could see past the fur balls going by my face, yeah, you know, she seemed relatively fashionable throughout the game. And then there's a scene, for any Pandalorians out there listening who don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Jessica Resident Evil Revelations wetsuit. And trust me, this isn't a trick or anything. You will see a woman with one of her legs hanging out the wetsuit and the other with the full leg. And I sat there thinking, is my game glitched? Or is this... And then I looked it up and I'm like, no, this is right. This is someone who's going into the middle of the sea. Could possibly be diving in, and she's bearing a leg for everybody.
I really want to know what the inspiration was, Capcom. Please inform us.
I don't know if you've seen that as well. You know the concept art for Jill and certain outfits they wanted for her?
I think so, yeah.
No, she doesn't need to be wearing a bikini throughout the entire game. No. Yeah, you're just sitting there like, oh. That was, again, to borrow your words there, that was a choice. That was certainly a choice. See, even if it was like short legs, you know those types of wetsuits where it's like the shorts instead of, that I could understand. I think, okay, that's a bit weird that she's got that when everyone else is fully wetsuited up, but you know what, I can partly understand that. Her leg is going to be frozen off. That's the whole point of a wetsuit.
I guess you're trying to tease Chris, like, ooh, look at my one leg, let's see if you'll see the other one. I don't think this is working for you. I hate to inform you, Jessica, but...
I mean, have you seen his massive biceps? He is clearly not a leg man.
Right.
She was already losing at the off. I mean, no chance. And then, of course, you have, again, I cannot remember his name, but Conan O'Brien in this game, who is part of the FBC. Totally, I'm like, what acronym am I using? Yeah, he is I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but he always looks shifty in every single scene he's in.
He does. Like, I agree.
Tell me I'm wrong here, because he always looks as if he's hiding something, and technically he is, but you're like, hear that meme of, why can't you be normal? And I mean, when you look at that, you're like, yeah, clearly there's something wrong with that guy. Again, you've got so many acronyms in this game. You've got the BSAA, who are the kind of UN who fight against bioterrorism. Then you've got the FBC, which is like the American version of that, I want to say.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's why I remember that so well, because I remember playing it and I thought, of course, America have their own version.
Yeah, that's, as an American, I can say, yeah, we would do that.
And then, of course, in this game, they're fighting the terrorist organisation Velcro. I did not Google that, I swear. Because I nearly called them Velcro. I was like, are they Velcro? Same thing.
We're Velcro. We're constantly on you.
If we peel off you, you're going to hear it. I have to say, I was actually surprised at how little a part they played in the game, because, you know, they built them up, and this is something that I saw another reviewer bring up, was that during this time in gaming, there was a lot of episodic games, you know, like your Walking Deads and things like that, or, sorry, Telltale's Walking Dead, not the show, of course, but games like that where it's like, oh, we've got one episode for this, and then you have to buy the next one and the next one. So it encouraged players to pick up each game each week, and there was this, as we riffed on at the very beginning, previously on Resident Evil Revelations, and I felt I was playing a Netflix game or something. I was like, ooh, what's going to happen next? Although it's annoying, and we will get into it in Revelations 2 when they do it, because it just spoils the whole next part, and you're like, oh, if you're binging it spoils it. You're like, oh, why are you telling me this, that they're survived or they're not survived? I don't want to know this. But yeah, for this one, it was interesting the way they tackled it. How did you feel about it playing through it?
I didn't mind it too much, because I played it mostly in like 3-hour stream sessions. I basically did like 3 chapters, I think, a stream. So that's how I paced myself. So I don't know. I felt like there wasn't really a particular part where I was like, okay, this is going too fast. This is going too slow. I was like, this is going great. There are questionable parts of the game. We haven't even mentioned these characters. I think their names are Quentin and Keith.
Yes, that.
That section, I was like, okay, I kind of want to put this game down.
Yeah, I was like, did I put in Bad Company 2 or something?
Right. That's where it felt like a completely different game. I was like, who are these people? What are we doing? What does this have to do with the rest of the game?
Do you know what it reminds me of, though? Have you ever played Deadly Premonition before?
I have started that game a while ago, but I never finished it, so I know it's kind of a joke horror game.
That sounds about right. You said you started it, you haven't finished. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because, yeah, the tonal shift in that's absolutely wild. I love it, but it's one of the worst, best games I've played kind of thing. And there's an episode all the way back in season 1 for that. But yeah, it reminds me of that where you've got a very serious horror topic going on where it's like, oh, there's dead bodies popping up and there's a bioterrorist threat and oh, there's a whole city that's been blown up. And then you got these two chuckle you know what's going around being like, oh, just plug in the hard drive. I'm trying. You know, you're like, what? Again, I'm totally with you. What were they thinking?
Yeah, no, that felt like the comedy filler episode right there. It's like, this game isn't necessarily long enough. What if we have this little section in here to pad it out a little bit? It was just strange. The entire time, I was just questioning. I was like, can we get back to Jill or Chris?
Yeah.
Please?
Why do we have Beavis and Butthead in here? Yeah, you're right. It was just quite... it was a choice.
Right.
I didn't mind... no, that's a lie.
Too generous.
Yeah, it was just questionable. Because it's like, I have to say, when I was playing the whole game, I thought it would be cool to have a game that was just, oh, let's follow the BSA and different missions all around the world that isn't necessarily linked to a legacy character like Jill or Chris, even though you have to have them if you have the BSA. But again, yeah, it was a choice. I don't even know. It was just...
just strange. Just truly strange.
Yeah, because it's like, oh my goodness, look at all these agents getting killed. Haha. And I was like, are you going to be on much longer? Because I've got places to be. I've got a month to edit. Like, you going to wrap this up here? Or?
Are they getting sacrificed? What's going on here?
Yeah. What are we doing here, guys? Come on. But ironically enough, one of my favourite parts of the game was another cutaway / flashback with, I think you play as Parker in Terra Grigia, where you are in basically the final days of the city where it's been overrun by hunters, and I think just hunters, to be honest.
Yeah. There was a lot of hunters,
yeah.
Sure.
That's such a weird thing to put in the city, because I have to say, after playing the other games, I am terrified of getting anywhere near hunters. The shotgun comes out and I'm like, that is as far as you're coming, Kermit the Frog.
I don't blame you. There was a part in 3 when you're playing as Carlos in the hospital, and I thought I was going to outsmart them and throw a grenade in there. It bounced off the door and hit me. Just my luck. Of course, I hate these things. Just my luck.
Would you believe that was the only bit of the game that I died in when I was playing through the 3 remake? Or one? No,
I died a lot because of the I got so much bad luck as Carlos and these hunters. It's like, please let me progress.
Yeah, it's like they popped up and you're like, oh, they'll be fine. I'll just close quarter. And I'm dead. Okay.
They're not playing around.
Yeah, it's like, okay, shotgun out, rocket launcher out, everything out at the same time. Right, let's keep you in a distance. Whereas for these ones, they were so goofy. They were goofy boys. They might as well have been riding a unicycle because...
Here come that boy.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah. Here come those boys. Because you shoot them and they do a Leon Kennedy backflip. And they face plant, and you're like, I don't have the heart to put these guys out the misery. They're already embarrassed. He's going to go home to his hunter wife and hunter children and be like, oh yeah, your dad didn't get paid today. It's like, why not? Just leave it, Sandra. Just leave it. It's like,
gonna be shamed at the local bingo hall.
Exactly. Where are they going? Bingo? Well, he's not. Yeah, it almost felt like a bit of a, what enemies haven't we used? Obviously, we can't use the ooze enemies, so let's use these. Like, okay, you're going to just dump hunters. That's like dumping a whole load of Mr. X's on, well, maybe not as extreme, but a whole bunch of Mr. X's in a hospital. You don't have to have that many Mr. X's. Yeah, what were your thoughts on that scene, though?
I liked it. I liked whenever they did flashback sequences. I wasn't like, oh, whoa, what are we doing? I think I liked, for the most part, whenever we did break away from Jill's story, because it's like, okay, we're gonna get a little bit of a breather of the super serious thing going on here. But yeah, I liked seeing what Parker was before and giving a little bit of backstory, because a lot of Resident Evil's problems that I think people have even said on Twitter is they will introduce a character and then just never talk about them ever again. So it is nice to see them get some backstory in the one game that they're in.
Into the box you go. Yeah. Go. No, don't put me in.
Me on my hands and knees begging for another Carlos game. It's like, no.
Parker, Carlos, into the same box you go. You know, like,
Jessica, go in there. Most of the people in this game are in that box besides Chris and Jill.
Yeah, Clive, Columbo, the FBC guy, Voltro, whatever they're called. Yeah, the whole organization. FBC, they don't come back again. Oh no.
Just you wait, they'll make a cameo appearance in 9.
Oh god, they will, wouldn't they? It's like, oh yeah, we were the ones who orchestrated Raccoon City. It's like, really? Okay, fine, pop off, kings, queens, whatever, pop off. It was interesting. I did like that bit, especially as part of the narrative. But see, out of curiosity, what did your girlfriend say about Jessica's outfit in that flashback? Because I'm quite curious.
Oh god, what did she look like? I need to look at what she looked like in that flashback again.
She was bright purple, essentially. She looked like the Grimace's caretaker. But...
She probably did not like it, because I think she gave her like a 4 out of 10 score for the most part. Oh, yeah, okay, I see this outfit. Okay. Yeah. No, she did not like it. She's so pretty, yet she cannot dress herself. Her one flaw.
Her Achilles heel. Yeah. There's a lot of people who look good in burgundy. No, Jessica. I mean, the one time you're showing your legs, I mean, come on. But, yeah, no. Fashion faux pas aside there. Yeah, I thought for the most part, the story barely rocked along, even though it did get a bit Resident Evil convoluted at times.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting there's a casino on this.
Yeah, I love that level. I'm like, oh, we're just in a casino now. Okay.
Yeah, you just come in and you're like, oh, I'm in Vegas. Great. Let's go gambling.
I need Leon in a casino level. The amount of puns that man would make would feed me forever.
Where's everybody going? Bingo!
Blackjack!
Blackjack! He would be in his element, let's say.
100%.
I can't believe Leon's been in the White House, but he's not been in a casino.
Right!
Yeah, I have to say, it never... I mean, there was one or two moments where I have to say it maybe dragged on longer than it should have, but for the most part, it never felt overly boring, I would say. And that is quite a hard thing to do, especially in a big ship that looks the same around every corner. But yeah, overall, story-wise, it did feel a bit convoluted, where Columbo of the BSAA was like, see, it's a double cross, no, a triple cross, no, a quadruple cross. And, you know, you got Jessica and O'Brien at the end. Like, oh yeah, we are part of, I think they're part of Tricell or working adjacent.
Think so.
Freelancer?
Bad.
Yeah. They
just need a BAD organization.
BAD. Just a frowny face.
Yeah.
This is the part of Resident Evil lore where it was like, okay, we can't use Umbrella because we quote-unquote killed them all after 3 and 4. So who do we use now? It's like, oh yeah, we have Tricell. It's like, that's not as cool and you know it. It's like, get that out of my face, I dare you. And then you've got Neo Umbrella, which we'll never talk about that again, Cough. Why did they turn people into bugs? We might never know. Yeah, speaking of, well, I was going to say questionable enemy choices, what did you think of the enemies in this game? Because, let's face it, one of the biggest things in the Resident Evil that makes or breaks it is the enemies. So, yeah, what did you think of them?
I liked the design. Those regenerator-looking things, I think, is it called, like, just the ooze?
I think so, yeah. I could be wrong in this, and again, I'm hearing the pitchfork getting sharpened there, but I think it's a variant of the T virus, but it's like the T ooze or something.
Yeah.
The twos, if you will. They missed an opportunity. Umbrella, please hire me if I can work from home. I don't want to be in your lab. I'll be your PR guy, but I don't want to be in your lab. But yeah, sorry.
No, yeah, I liked the, especially because I played Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I was like, these kind of look like the regenerators. So, and those to me are the scarier enemies in Resident Evil. So seeing those being brought up again and being in that tight spaces and them chasing you, and you're still in that like conserve your ammo kind of mindset, I liked it. It wasn't regular zombies. The hunter designs are a little goofy to me. Whenever we have dogs, I feel bad. So I've always said this, that as the Resident Evil games progressed, the enemies didn't get scarier, they got more disgusting.
Yeah.
This kind of hit the balance for me where it's like, yes, this is gross looking, but it's also scary looking. So I really like that they honed in on that balance instead of, hey, let's make Derek C. Simmons level things again.
Oh, you mean turn them into Tyrannosaurus for no reason? Yeah. Even a few weeks on from that episode, I still can't get over how they went, okay, here's the natural evolution. We're going to evolve them like a Digimon, okay? So, zombie, Lego zombie, further Lego zombie, Tyrannosaurus Rex, big fly. I mean, I don't know where the Digi-evolving went wrong there, but something went wrong.
I don't remember this last time I looked at evolution, but okay, Resident Evil.
Darwin might have a few things to say if he worked for Umbrella.
Resident Evil Darwinism coming spring 2028.
First off the list, Jessica, cover your leg. But anyway, sorry, Jessica bashing aside, nah, I'm only kidding. For legal reasons, that is a joke. But yeah, I agree with you. I do think that the designs were really, at least memorable. I think one of the more terrifying ones was, I can't remember what level it is, but it's when you're playing as Jill and you go upstairs and there's a guy trapped behind a door and you just hear him muttering to himself. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a document lying around or something, you know, basically.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, documenting his descent into madness. He's like, oh, I gotta do this. And yeah, then he bursts out the door like the Kool-Aid man, and you're like, oh, that is delightfully horrifying. I haven't seen one of them before. So yeah, you have to fight him, and it's kind of a double-edged sword, because I felt as if it's strange how there wasn't more variations of them, but on the other hand, I'm kind of glad there wasn't. It felt quite comfortable enough that you knew there wasn't going to be many, except for, is it Rachel who gets infected? It's the FBC, and again, I'm like, it's FBC. You can't see it. I'm counting on my hands for some reason. I'm like, FBC, yes. It's an FBC agent who goes in and she unfortunately gets infected by one of the zombies, and yeah, she turns into her own variant. Yeah, you're supposed to chase her down and try and kill her before she gets to a certain point, but my game glitched, so she was just running on the spot. It was quite embarrassing, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, this is strange in a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, I was like, this is new.
The fact that that's all in the beginning section, that's what I really like to say. It just kept drawing you in. It's like, come on, you want to keep playing it. This beginning section is so good.
But yeah, what did you think of that boss fight? Because there is another boss fight I want to ask you about before we get into them. Yeah. What was your thoughts about, well, that character design and the overall boss fight experience, let's just say?
I definitely love the design. Again, it combined just gross enough, but not, I'm repulsed. Yeah, this is kind of scary. And I know she wasn't a main character. I was like, oh, I'm already emotionally attached to this. Like, oh, I feel bad. So I just remember I was like, wow, I'm surprisingly invested in this. And then I feel really bad fighting this character.
They do a good job, for the most part, of getting you attached to these characters, where you're like, oh, I want to see how this goes. I want to see how this person gets on. Not you. You get in the door. You creepy Skeletor looking, you know what? You get out of here.
In the bin.
Yeah, go on, get. Just ushering him out, like, come on, go. Yeah, it was just, I know he was the good guy and everything, and it's don't judge a book by its cover, but you're just sitting there like, clearly there's something here. And at the very end, you see him meet up with Jessica, who I have to say had a bit more fashion sense.
Thankfully.
Yeah, can you imagine? It's like, oh, you're wearing burgundy again. Yeah.
Can you impress me a little more, Jessica? Come on.
It's like she had that big hat going on as well. It's like,
I could not take her seriously in that. I was like, really? We're fighting a serious threat here, and you're like, yep, this is the perfect attire.
What I found amazing was the fact that we're in the middle of this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was very upper class and everything, but it was this normal, like, cafe kind of thing. And then whips out the specimen and slams it on the table, and he's like, do you know anything about this? I'm like, put that away, that's a bioweapon.
Worst date ever.
Yeah. It's like, you said in your profile you were 6'3". After I take this, I will be. It's like, I don't want to say that. I'm going to be honest, I think you already took the T-virus. Like, Sorry, I know I'm bashing here, but yeah, no.
No, it is truly, when you see this guy's face, I was like, oh, why does he not look like anybody else in this game? Is this a different game I'm playing?
He looks like Claire in Revelations 2. Come on. Okay, not that bad. Okay. That was too harsh.
Oh, the Claire stands are going to be on you. They're vicious.
Yes, for legal reasons, and I'm looking at my red panda lawyer in the corner. Yes, he's given me the thumbs up to say for legal reasons that was a joke. I apologise to the Claire stance. Moving on. Yeah, let's talk about the other elephant in the room. To distract from that elephant, that of course being the final boss of this game, where you fight against, I think his name's Jack, which is the most normal sounding name ever.
Not Krauser.
Not Krauser. I think it's Jack Norman or something.
So Resident Evil has such good names, and then they're just like, what if we have basic ones too? Like Leon S. Kennedy, Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, all really good names, and it's like, Jack Norman. Okay.
I mean, the test for it, I suppose, is like the Matrix one where, you know, when he says Mr. Anderson, like, if you can't say Mr. Norman in a really cool way, then you think...
That's how they say it in Heavy Rain. That is exactly... With Jaden Norman, they're like, Mr. Norman.
Mr. Norman. Norman Jaden.
Shout out to Heavy Rain, one of my favorite games.
It's so good.
If you ever have a Heavy Rain episode...
Oh, I did, but you know what? I'll go back to it. Genuinely, I will go back and review it. David Cage month when?
Yeah, truly. I could talk about all of them. I love all of them.
Oh, I have thoughts about all of them. Put a pin in that, by the way, Jules. You've opened up the bonus box.
I'm opening up the schedule for the rest of the year. I got you.
Month 1, Heavy Rain. Month 2. We're just going to do every character individually.
Indigo Prophecy.
Oh, God, I still need to play that.
Oh. I'll just say it's an experience without going on too much of a tangent.
I mean, I've played the other ones, I will say.
I've played all of them. That one was the toughest to get through.
There's another game that I think it was Dan from Casting Views. A huge shout out to him and / blame to him. They recommended. It's like, oh yeah, this is a David Cage game before Quantic Dreams, or it was either before Quantic Dreams or before Indigo Prophecy. And you're like, oh boy, oh no, oh no.
Only a seal of quality there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, can you imagine a Resident Evil game with David Cage? Like that would it'd be horrific, but I'm morbidly curious.
Give me either a Telltale or a Quantic Dream Resident Evil right now.
We need the ambiguous accents for the plot, okay?
Ashley, please get in that trash can. Okay.
Ashley. Ashley.
People hated her shouting Leon. Now we're going to hate Leon for shouting Ashley.
Well done. I'm the last Plague Ass Killer. You're all the last Plague Ass Killers. Oh god, we need this game.
we do. We truly do. All of Leon's like dialogue options are just puns, nothing else. Press X to backflip.
It's just like, we're looking for the origami killer. Did you just backflip? Can you settle down, Mr. Kennedy?
Leon, please.
You're like a child with ADHD and a sugar rush. Please calm down. I'm helping. Oh, God. Anyway, our fanfiction aside. Yeah. Jack Norman. Yeah, let's get to Jack Norman, as David Cage would, of course, say. As a Frenchman, clearly. Anyway, yeah, I hated that boss fight.
Same. I hated it with every fiber of my being. I hated that boss fight. I was like, wow, this game's pretty decent. And then you get to that boss fight, it's like war flashback. It's like, oh, that part. Every time, like, I see posts on Twitter, it's like, oh, when you replay a game that you like, you get to that part.
Yeah.
That's that part.
Oh, it's 100% that part. I was watching a review today just to refresh my memory, and someone got to that bit and they're like, oh, I love this bit because it gets you to use everything that you've learned throughout the game, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, conceptually, I love that idea of, you know, a game taking everything and making you do that, but not for this game.
But when it's in practice, it's like, ugh.
This game made me cry, and not in a good way. I was like, I emptied everything into this guy, and I was like,
yeah.
How are you not dead? I've hit your eye several times, you know, I've blown up all your fakes, Dragon Ball copies here. Right? Why aren't you going down? And, you know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be the terrorist of the world. I'm like, I don't care anymore. You know what? Go nuts. Go, there's the door.
Have fun.
I have no more bullets to stop you. Go forth and terrorize. I don't care anymore. But no, it was horrific. And when people say that, they're like, oh, it's actually not that bad. Lies. Slander.
100%.
How dare you come into my household and say that?
You also have to keep in mind that there's like swimming sections right before this, and the swimming I'm sorry, but the swimming, those controls.
Oh, they're awful. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you already have that pent up of like, oh, at least I'm not swimming anymore, and then you just see this boss, and you're like, okay, maybe I should go back to swimming, actually.
I mean, it doesn't help as well when you're swimming as Jessica and she's leaning to the side all the time because half of her leg isn't covered, so she's got frost. I thought that was a weird game mechanic they added in, but I thought, props for realism. For legal reasons, that again is a joke. For anyone going, did they do that? It's like, no, they didn't. It's just me being silly.
Just looking it up like, what frostbite mechanic? I don't remember this. They're going to add that somewhere. They should have added it in 6 when you were on the snowmobiles with Jake and Sherry.
Yeah. How they got off that without being stuck to them. Also, I died so many times at that
Same.
part. I was so angry. This is coming from someone who played, the original Modern Warfare 2, where you have to go down to the snow buggy. Yeah, you have to go down to the snow buggy and you have to shoot people. I thought I was getting that experience again.
Let me copy your homework terribly.
Yeah, let me copy your homework, but also do it while blindfolded. And I'm not even drawing on paper, I'm drawing on your face. It was the worst. Oh, that was awful. I know we're not talking about Resident Evil 6, but they're all interlinked because, yes, Revelations does, for some weird reason, link to 6. I don't know why.
Yeah, so strange where they put those games. They're just like, well, there needs to be something happening between 5 and 6. Revelations. It's like, okay, I guess.
I did laugh at the bit, though. At the very end, they have, the DLC that you play. I think it's Lost in Nightmares in 5, where you play as Chris and Jill, and you have to, stop 7 minutes Wesker at the very top of not the Spencer mansion, but his second holiday home. The guy's got a lot of mansions, okay?
The one on the creepy cliff for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, I want a room with a view. It's like, well, I'm Mr. Oswald. What the hell? That was something that we spoke about a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about Resident Evil 4. And I was reading the cut versions, and you've got Black Fog version, you've got the Hookman version. And then there was one where it's like, oh yeah, it's set in, I think, Spencer Castle or something. And I thought, why does this man have a castle? He doesn't need a castle. This man has too much money.
The true enemy of Resident Evil, capitalism.
Clearly. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. All I'm saying is, if Elon Musk or whatever had the T-virus... Anyway, I'm not going to finish that sentence for legal reasons, but anyway...
You can write your fan fictions yourselves in that one.
Yes, go to www.wattpad.com/ No, I'm joking.
I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah. Elon X T-virus. Anyway... So, yeah, the very end, they have like a wrap-up of all the characters. I love it for how cheesy it is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what happened to the two doofuses? Oh, they got desk jobs. What happened to Columbo? He stepped down from the BSA.
Oh, no.
What happened to Jessica? Who cares? They're in the box.
You're right.
And what happened to the FBC person? Who cares? He's in the box
We're
as well.
We're going to change the acronym next game.
Yeah. What happened to Parker? Well, he died, but he got better, so he's fine. But again, in the box. So he's gone. They're all gone. Literally 90% of the game's gone. Yeah, you've got Jill, who Deva's like, but what happened to Jill? And it's like, that moment in Interstellar when he's banging the door and he's like, don't go in there, no. That was me. That was me watching that go, no, there's a Whisker in there. He has 7 minutes to play with you.
We have totally not made the 7-minute joke at least 20 times at this point.
How many minutes? Sorry, 7? Yeah.
We're at 107.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Unfortunately, he's not in this game.
Right. It would have made the game so much better if he just popped out of nowhere, like from the bottom of the ocean, was like, oh, Jill, it's good to see you again. It's like, oh, no.
You're pitiful, Whisker. He just sinks back down. They probably saw Chris on the ship and went, no, I don't want to get laughed at again. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Chris, you're always so mean to me. Chris is the true villain. He's always making fun of Wesker.
He does, doesn't he, though? As a kind of summary for this game, I would say that it's a bombastic experience of biblical proportions. If you want sea monsters, I was going to joke and say if you want Still Wakes the Deep with guns.
You're not far off on that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Still Wakes the Deep. So, yeah, if you like that game and you want a gun, sure, I would say perfect game for it.
Sorry, I'm just writing a note here. Get Jules on for Still Wakes the Deep episode. Okay, done. It's a great game.
It is.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, if you like bombastic action in your Resident Evil game and a little bit of horror, to be honest, it's far too goofy to be scary. Like, there's moments of tension,
Right.
don't get me wrong, going through the halls and everything, finding out you're on the wrong ship, which honestly is like, you know those old, I don't even know what Disney film would have done this, but you know, those old films where it's like, oh, I've turned up to class, but I've forgotten everything. Oh, and I'm in my underwear. It literally happens. Literally, that does happen because Jessica and Chris go on the wrong ship. And you're like, why did they make two of these? No, not two. They made three of these. They sunk the third one. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with
You know
this
what's better than one boat? 3 boats.
Ooh, buy one, get one free. You're like, I don't know what you're planning, Capcom. See if they have the Queen Zenobia 50 or something.
Through the last level of Resident Evil 9, you're gonna board a ship and then you're gonna like rub your eyes and be like, what's this ship called? The Queen Zenobia. Ah!
Why is there a casino in here? It's just like the new stalking enemy just on the slots. Like...
That's where Leon's like, kept you waiting, huh?
Oh, have you seen that picture as well?
Yeah.
Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, and this will probably date the episode when RE9 comes out, but yeah, there's a image circulating right now of people saying, oh, there's a leaked image of Leon Kennedy, and he's going to be in Resident Evil 9. Now, as of this episode, he hasn't been confirmed, but there's strong hints.
No, we totally know. We just can't say anything. Wink, wink.
Oh, yeah. Wink, wink. Capcom. Yeah. Then leave the money bag there. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Thanks, guys. Yeah, there's a picture circulating where they did that thing of, okay, we haven't had this character in the series for a while. How can we show that time's passed? Give him an eye patch and a beard.
Didn't someone confirm that was just Big Boss from Metal Gear 5, but just edited?
That's what it looks like, because I think it is an edited picture of some kind, but it does look like Big Boss. It's like, as you said, kept you waiting, huh?
Yeah.
Leon! You know?
If this actually happens, Capcom's gonna silence us.
Oh, is that why there's a red dot floating in my head right now? Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Well, I had a good run. But speaking of not so good runs...
What a transition.
Yeah. In fact, sorry, before we go on to that, do you have any last thoughts about Revelations as a whole?
I definitely recommend it if you want to play a Resident Evil game that's not super actiony, but it's also not super horror. Like, if you just want that perfect balance, I'd say give it a shot. You're gonna be mad at the end when you're playing the final boss, but I definitely recommend this one. If you truly want to get into the Resident Evil series, I don't even think that's a bad one to really get started on, to be honest.
Yeah, because it is quite accessible, I have to say. As I said, for the most part, as long as you don't make my mistake and play in the Steam Deck, and then miss half the plot.
The only thing you'll be confused about is like, why is Chris yearning for Jill so much? What's the history here?
My God, he's so needy.
I mean, me too. I would also be like, oh, Jill.
I mean, first Chris, then Parker. The only person who's not needy for Jill is probably Jessica. That is probably why we don't like them. How can you not love Jill Valentine? Come on.
Right.
Should have been called the Queen Valentine, God's sake.
Truly.
Oh yeah, and something, they introduced raid mode, which was essentially mercenaries mode, but yeah, that's all I can add. I can't really say much about it. It was fine. It was fun. It was good.
It was a mode.
Zombies go boom. That's it. There have been people on Twitter and things that are like, oh, I've poured thousands of hours into this. And I'm like, how? How do you do this? Because maybe it's just the monkey brain in me right now where I'm just like, okay, I'm bored now.
No,
like,
when 6 came out, I tried like that extra, what is it, like mercenaries raid mode, whatever it is in 6. I played that quite a bit, but not to the extent where people are like, here's my 8,000 hours in it. It's like, oh, okay, maybe let's try a different game. Maybe, just maybe.
Put down the controller. Oh yes, those are finger indents in the controller, right, okay.
Maybe clean off the Cheeto dust a little.
Just blow it away, that's it, there we go. Why don't you try something else, like
Revelations 2?
Glad you were on the same wavelength. Oh, Revelations 2. Where to begin? So it begins talking about Terra Grigia again.
Terra save!
People say that's corny, but I bloody love that tagline. I was howling. I nearly had to pause the game. I was laughing so hard. So for anyone who doesn't know, the game begins with it's almost like a advert for this new organisation called Terra Save, who are more like a charity organisation, a bit like the Red Cross if they fought zombies, essentially. And yeah, it talks about Terra Grigia, which is the city. We didn't really talk much about Terra Grigia, but
No, we really don't.
No, but long story short, the city was like a man-made structure. It was going to be paradise, and then it got destroyed through an inside job, and all the hunters face-planted and destroyed the city, essentially. So
They on their unicycles.
Yeah, so the city had to be destroyed, and, you know, it was a big sore point for everybody. So in the second game, they start off saying, well, look at us, we are Terra Save, and we are going to save the world. Obviously not like
Crazy
the BS.
concept.
Exactly, yeah, imagine, couldn't be me. Anyway, legal reasons, joke, etc. Yeah, they have this advert, you know, they show themselves off, and their tagline is Terror Save, because terror doesn't have to end with wrist. And I was like...
Already setting the tone for the game.
Yeah, it's like, I want whatever that PR person is drinking, because that is brilliant. People are like, oh my god, it's so corny, it's so stupid. I'm like, sign me up. This is so stupid, I love it.
It's actually Leon behind it.
He's just at the desk. Where's Leon been this entire time? Getting bloody bed sores from his chair. Oh, love it. But yeah, then it begins with fan favourite and angel who can do no wrong, Claire Redfield. Redeeming myself. And yeah, she is, I wouldn't say the head honcho of the organisation, but she's pretty high up, isn't she?
I think so. I think she doesn't become the head until whatever the recent movie was. I think she was the head in that one, but I don't think in this game she is yet.
Yeah, because I think it's another guy who's the CEO. But yeah, she's high up, and then she meets Moira Burton.
Familiar name.
Yeah. Can I actually confess something here?
Oh, of course.
This is something I probably brought up in the past episodes, but I actually got Barry confused with Brad.
Oh, no.
I was playing this, right? And there's a scene later on, spoilers, you play as Barry Burton. And I was like, oh, cool, this must be way before Resident Evil 3. And then I was like, wait, no, that doesn't make sense, because Claire, you know, is out, she's with Terra Save, that was way after. And I was like, how does Barry fit in? Because...
What's he doing here?
Yeah, Barry died in Raccoon City. And then I had to Google it, and I was like, okay, no, it was a guy called Brad Vickers. Why are the two people with the letter B starting names here? Why is there two people whose names start with the letter B? What is going on here? So I was genuinely so confused for half the game about how he was alive. I
can imagine that.
I was genuinely... I was like, when Moira said, oh, I'm Barry's daughter, I'm like, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Moira. I'm with you. Solidarity. She would have been looking at me like, he's not dead.
And there's also Billy, too. There's a third B name.
Oh, for God's sake. Choose a different letter, Capcom.
Imagine if you confuse it. This is Billy's daughter? How? When did that happen?
This is Wesker's daughter? What? Screw it, why not? But yeah, the intro isn't as strong as the first game, I have to say.
No.
You begin at this very high-function drinks and canopies, let's just say, and they're playing that advert in the background. It's like, because terror doesn't have to end in this. And yeah, then masked people break in, like The Dark Knight Rises. You know, and you're like, oh, we're doing that game. You know, just going up to Claire, being like, where are they? Yeah, what were your thoughts? Sorry.
No, yeah, it's slow in a bad way. Unlike where it's slow in the first Revelations, it's like, okay, so we like the slow start. We're gonna do that again in Revelations too. And the entire time, I'm like, okay, so is Jill gonna come out of nowhere? How is this gonna relate to the first game? And then it's like, oh.
That's the neat part. It doesn't.
Yeah, that's the neat part. It doesn't. I'm like, okay, we got Claire. I loved Claire in 2. I'm so for this. And then everyone is like, Claire needs more games. Let me get fully into this. And it's like, oh, this is Moira. She's Barry's daughter. And I'm like, okay. okay. I like Barry. Jill sandwich, one of my favorite lines. And I was just like, when are we going to pick up? Okay. Oh, we're in a prison now. Okay. Oh, what's this funny wristband?
I'm just imagining you like, oh, okay, this is new. Not what I expected. 2 stars.
We were in a police department, but we were never in a jail. So this is new territory.
Okay, let's see where we go from here, team. Come on. I have to say, the prison was creepy. I kind of hesitate to call it creepy because it's kind of cheating in a way. You know, it's like having Outlast, for example. You've got it in the asylum, and it's spooky because everything's upturned and it's abandoned. And obviously, you want a spooky location for a spooky game, but then you've got the guy with the peeled face going, oh, I'm a zombie. I think, oh, let's go. I mean, probably. I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, maybe it was just acting. I don't know. Yeah, you're like, all right, it's going to be one of these games where it's like, oh, we're upping the horror. Oh, let's go. And you're like, no, please. But yeah, you're right. It's a slow burn. And I can see why people at the time must have been annoyed at this game because every week you had to buy
a new episode.
Yeah, and then you bought the next part, and some of these parts aren't as good as the others. Yeah, I'm going to be honest.
I was going to say, at least you compared the prison section to a good game like Outlast. I vividly remember comparing what I compared this prison section to. I don't know if you remember last year when that Walking Dead Destinies game came out. It was god-awful. It looked like it was made from the PS3 era, but it was a 2024 release, and it was like, rewrite the story of Walking Dead. You can have Shane live this time. And it was basically like that. And I was like, wow, this reminds me of when you're in the prison in the Walking Dead Destinies. It's so bad. Because it's like, wow, it's just as sparse and there's like barely anything going on.
Again, I'm pulling up the chart with Goku and Vegeta on it. Again. Let's find somewhere that we can fight. Let's go to this prison. Oh, I have to say, initially I was like, oh, this is kind of spooky. And then immediately that went from this is spooky to, why is there a flamethrower at the entrance?
What kind of jigsaw prison are we in?
You know, on the one hand, you can be like, oh, it's to keep people in, or oh, it's to keep people out. You're not doing a very good job if you need a flamethrower to do that for you. That is the extreme. That's like throwing a nuke at someone that coughed at you the wrong way.
How much did all this equipment cost?
Tax write-offs, probably.
Oh, right. Of course, capitalism, the greater enemy.
Damn you! Completely off topic, but if you want to subscribe to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Satsunami, that's good capitalism.
We love good capitalism here.
Yeah, that's good capitalism. This is bad capitalism.
This is American capitalism. Boo!
Boo this capitalist system. Boo them! Yeah, it did feel a bit contrived at times. You're like, oh, look at all these zombies. If only I had a massive flamethrower. And then, yeah, you get out, and I have to say, I did like the island for the most part, at least when you first went out. It got a bit tiring after a while, but, you know, see the bit where you get out the prison and you're running to the next bit and you go over the bridge, and I was like, oh, right, this is pretty cool. And I genuinely did not expect to just immediately be cut from Moira and Claire to, yeah, Barry and little girl who
Natalia.
just wandered. Yep, little girl who just wanders along the island. I feel as if someone should have been keeping tabs on this wee girl. We'll get to that. It was a strange dynamic, but of course, before we go further into the story, what were your thoughts seeing the main 4 characters that you play as?
So Claire, I was excited because like I said, I love Claire. I think she's fun. I loved her dynamic with Sherry in 2, and I was like, okay, she's with another woman. It's going to be a fun girls dynamic. Moira, I was immediately joking about because she kept making like millennial humor about everything, and I was like, I don't hate this, but if this is going to be her entire personality, ooh, this is going to be a rough one. I don't want to say it's like, oh, well, this was 2015, so this is of the time, but yeah, you can tell it's from 2015.
I mean, the outfit alone, come on.
I mentioned that when I was like, what is Moira wearing?
That's the thing that confuses me as well. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be going into a function like that wearing that. I mean, I don't have the legs for one, but anyway, you know, yeah, that was I mean, obviously, I know why, because they couldn't obviously have her change in the prison and be like, oh yeah, let me put my combat gear on.
The Jessica School of Fashion.
Yeah, and I know it was like a casual affair and everything. Oh god. I just registered what you said there. It was a delayed response. Much like when I first saw Jessica, I went, is that a leg out her diving suit? Sorry, I know I said we'd stop bashing her, but no. Let the memes flow. But yeah, our outfit was a choice, wasn't it? Am I the only one who thought that? Sorry.
No, back when I was watching my playthrough, I was thinking it and then I said it during the stream. I was like, it's bad when I'm thinking about it twice.
Surely not. No, this is...
And then I was happy to see Barry again because I loved his interactions with Jill in the first game. And like I said, Jill's sandwich is my favorite line, besides bingo. If you know me, I use the bingo joke to death. But I was like, wow, we get to actually see Barry do something. And I even suggested when I was playing through the game, I was like, what would be cool if we got Barry's side to Resident Evil 1? That would be a great game. Instead, we get this.
Yeah, because the dynamics between the two characters, and I want to say this game is co-op. I hope it's
co-op. It is co-op. I was going to mention how I would have gotten one of my friends. I would have been like, hey, come on, play this with me. But it's only local. You cannot play it online with someone.
Really?
Because I was going to sucker one of my friends into playing it with me.
Oh, that is cruel, Jules. Come on. Do you know what this game is the equivalent of? There is a narrative reason for why Moira doesn't want to touch a gun, is because, she's an Xbox player, 360 no scope. She's just too OP.
Too many Rust matches.
1v1, come on.
Barry kept schooling her in Rust.
But yeah, there's a narrative reason, of course, that because she had a very traumatic incident with a gun when she was younger, so she doesn't like using them until the very end. And I thought, okay, that's quite a cool idea that she doesn't use a weapon, so what is she actually going to bring to the table here?
I had the same thought process. I was like, okay.
And she ends up holding a flashlight, which is the Revelations 2 equivalent of the big scanner thing that you had in the first game, where she can find certain objects and they go ding.
I called it Luigi's Mansion-esque when it first happened. I was like, am I playing Luigi's Mansion right now?
I mean, you're not wrong. To be fair. I mean, I'll never unsee that now. You're not wrong. Whereas Natalia, she just kind of
points at things.
Yeah, she goes, I see dead people. Do you know what the dynamic reminds me of, though? Because you've got one character who shoots, that of course being either Barry or Claire, and then you've got the assistant role who is either Moira or Natalia. This is like the co-op equivalent of giving your friend the Mad Catz controller, because it's like, who do you want to play as? Oh, the cool badass who's shooting everything and doing all the action stuff, or the girl with the crowbar? Which I'm sure is probably a Scandinavian horror series or something. The girl with the crowbar and flashlight.
To bring back Quantic Dream, it's basically, because Beyond Two Souls was also co-op, where one of you played as the main character and the other played as Aiden, the telekinesis thing. This kind of reminds me of that, where it's like, oh, one of you gets to do something and the other just sits there.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I did not like that game. I have so many thoughts.
Revelations 2 is the Beyond Two Souls of the Resident Evil franchise.
I mean, it's a bold statement, but I'll allow it. No, you're not wrong.
Why would you say something so bold?
So controversial, yet so bold. It's true, though, because it's like, oh yeah, let's have someone who does something. Let's have a literal child on both sides.
I think I was more bothered between the split of Moira holding the flashlight, because I would keep sprinting ahead of her and she would not keep up with me. So I'm like, oh, I'm in this dark room. And then it's like, oh, you're leaving Moira behind. And I'm like, I'm not trying to leave Moira behind. I promise. She's just so slow.
Well, that only makes one of us, because I tried sprinting. I was like, well, she got caught by the island. Let's go. The only thing that annoyed me about Moira, well, a lot of things annoyed me about Moira.
One of the many.
One of the many. I'm pulling down the list here. But, I mean, their dialogue as well, going back to what you were saying about the references, I mean, the references I could kind of tolerate. It was almost bordering on, the first Life is Strange game.
Yeah.
Where
I was going to make that analogy because I love Life is Strange in like an ironic way.
Yeah.
I love the dialogue because it's so of its time.
Oh, yeah.
Moira would fit right in with Chloe and Max.
100%. You could honestly put her in there. Keep the crowbar, sure, but she could go in and she would not look out of place.
I was waiting for a mosh pit Shaka bra anytime now.
Yeah. The only thing I remember about Life is Strange, and my friend has said to me, oh, we should really do an episode on it and things, because it's a good game and everything, but the only vivid and visceral memory I have is walking into the wrong room, and I think it's Chloe turns around and says, I don't care what anybody says, Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within is a great movie. And I was like...
Thanks, Square Enix.
It's like, thanks, very cool, guys. What's this game called again? And genuinely, I was like, okay, that's enough of this game.
Life is Lies.
This is a game, by the way, that starts off with a student getting shot in the bathroom and everything and rewinding time and whatnot. Yeah, that is the thing I remember.
Oh, that series is near and dear to my heart.
Oh, yeah.
The first game is chef's kiss in like every way imaginable of like, yep, this dialogue is cringe, but in so many good ways. And then the most recent one, it's kind of like Revelations 2. Not very good.
So what you're saying is the new one is like the Revelations 2 of Life is Strange, yeah.
What does this game have to do with the other ones? You got the same characters, kind of. Is there loose relevance? Maybe.
For the most part, it looks alright, but am I the only one in thinking that the models are a little bit off in this game?
No, they do. The game just reeks of being of the time period and not in a good way.
I mean, Claire herself, I don't know if it's just because they used a different face model for the game or whatever, but there were times in certain angles where she gave me impressions of, and people are going to kill me for saying this, so as soon as this part goes out, please distance yourself from me. She looked a bit like a female version of Tobey Maguire at times.
You know what? I can see it.
Yeah, and I don't mean this, no offense to the model that they used or anything, but I looked and I thought...
I mean, I love Tobey Maguire. I love Spider-Man. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she's just going down doing the Billy Maguire dance.
That would have actually improved the game if that was like an emote option.
It's like, oh, I think my dad's dead. I can't hear you over there. Yeah, back to Moira instead of getting lynched by the Claire stands. Again, it was her sailor mouth as well.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it's coming back to me of like, I'm not a prude or anything about cursing, but it's just like, is this necessary?
Yeah, because I don't mind, the occasional swear or whatever, and obviously she's immature and whatnot, but you definitely, when you were sitting there and listening to her going, oh, F this, F that, blah, 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 F this, and I think she literally, when she finally picks up a gun again, and she goes, what is it again, like sitting a dildo boss or something?
Yeah.
It's no Ripley, that's what I'm trying to say. It's no get away from her, you bitch, or, anything like that. Not my first choice of words. To say.
There's a section I remember from the first episode where you like take a gear out of something, and she says F technology, and I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what does that have to do with anything that we're doing right now? I guess the concept of gears powering technology.
She's such a cave woman, isn't she? Oh, big, shiny, open door. It's like, me swear now. It's like, Moira, you gremlin, get back here. I don't know, I feel as if, for the most part, they definitely ramped up a lot of the wrong areas. They still kept relatively the same action. Well, for Claire and Barry, they kept the same action. And in the raid mode, of course, where people have put thousands of hours into that. But, yeah, they kept the action. But for everything else, they tried to make it either as gory as possible. Like, there's a scene where you go into an abattoir that is just literally, there's a pool of blood underneath.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And you just have to keep putting meat in.
Yeah.
Fill it up with blood. It's like, what in the saw contraptions is this?
Right. It really feels like they watched a couple of Saw movies. I've never seen a Saw movie, I will admit, but I've seen like clips of it, of course. And my girlfriend has told me about the series. And I'm like, is this not exactly what Saw is? Like, did they just binge them and like, what would make a great video game?
It's like, that, is this a JoJo reference? Yeah. Is this a Saw reference? Again, you've got the body horror, you've got the over-the-top gruesome deaths and things, which I have to say, whenever I ran into them, I was like, oh, great, here we go again.
Right.
You had a guy with a burning pot that it was like a demonic Winnie the Pooh, where it was like he would reach in with a stick or something, he would pull out fire, and then he would basically be like, I cast fireball, and then he'd fire a fireball at you like D&D, and you're like, this isn't Resident Evil. I don't like this. Yeah, it was just a strange choice. But the other weird thing as well was that for Claire's storyline, and the big twist, of course, being that when you arrive as Barry and you meet Natalia and you try to rescue your daughter, you realise that 6 months have passed. And I have to say that, but I did not see coming. I was like,
Same.
Oh, shit, okay, Moira's dead, okay.
Yeah, I was like, wow, okay, we have some decent storytelling here, okay.
Yeah.
And then my intrigue immediately fell off my face when I realized it's just playing the same level over again as Barry and Natalia. I talked about this with a friend because he likes Resident Evil Revelations 2, and I was like, okay, let me hear what you like. And he liked the fact that you did things twice, and I was like, compared to Revelations 1 where you were backtracking, it felt like you were progressing, but this, it's just like, okay, you're gonna play the same level again. Is there really any difference between Claire and Barry? Barry has his Magnum. Okay, good enough for me, I guess.
I have to say that whole sequence where you had to carry the box really irritated me. You had to do it several times. There was actually one moment where I was like, you had to carry the generator, and there were hundreds of these zombies and creatures and things. I died, but I tried several times just to get around them because I thought, I just want the box in the hole. It's like, the square box goes in the square hole. Why won't you let me put it in the square hole? It was my PTSD moment. I was like, I don't like this anymore. I want to go home. You're completely right, though. There's a lot of repetition in this game, and not in the fun Resident Evil way. Yeah, it's just more, do the same thing, go to point A, go to point B. Oh, Moira has to pull this lever, even though it doesn't give you time to run through the door. It's like, why? Can I not just run through as Claire single-handedly? Oh no, you have to do this puzzle where there's laser beams and...
Yeah, they threw so many different elements in this game, and it feels like none of them... It's jack of all trades, master of none, but instead of like jack of all trades, it's like, oh, this is things of all trades. And I wouldn't mind the repetition if the levels changed even like the slightest, but you can look around and it's like, oh, that spot's gonna be for Natalia when you play the level again.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, this was when Moira did this. You like notice these things, so it just doesn't give you that different feel. Like when you're replaying Resident Evil 2, when you're doing Leon's campaign versus Claire's, technically you are playing the same game, but they feel different enough that it's satisfying. When you're doing it in Revelations 2, it's just like, oh, okay, I went through it with Moira and Claire, now I gotta do it again with Barry and Natalia.
I'm literally doing it with a grizzled ex-SWAT member and a literal child who does nothing but point at things like she's in a sweetie shop.
I'm really curious who was like, you know what would be a great game mechanic to introduce? Pointing.
I mean, it's true though. Oh yeah. You know Navi from The Legend of Zelda? Let's make that a child. Why though?
I didn't even mind Natalia as a character. I was like, she's not really an annoying child. It's just the circumstances of this game where you have to play as her to point at things. It's like, you couldn't have done anything else. Like, obviously I'm not going to give this child a gun.
Well, yeah.
But like, come on. The best you could do was pointing at things.
Yeah, she could have had some supernatural... I mean, she already has a supernatural power anyway. We might as well have given her, I don't know, yellow paint powers. You know, in video games now, it's like, oh, you go this way because there's yellow paint everywhere. Yeah. Have that power where she shoots yellow paint out her hands and goes, you have to go this way. Thank you, Natalia. Very cool. Or even spraying those damn bugs, which I hated.
Oh my god, yeah.
I like the idea of it, much like Rome. I love the concept, but let's face it, things went wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they were just awful, weren't they?
I don't know if you remember, even opening boxes was a whole concept in the game. There was 2 separate tutorials to open boxes because you had to there was a lockpick mechanic. I was like, why in my Resident Evil game do I need to go beyond slashing it with a knife or hitting a button to open it? I remember when the first tutorial popped up, it's like, opening boxes 1. I'm like, what do you mean 1? And then later in the game, it's like, opening boxes 2. I'm like, you cannot be serious. This is a joke. You're kidding with me right now.
I bet you it was the same guy that got Natalia to point at everything.
You know what would be a great concept? Making opening boxes a whole game mechanic.
I've been playing this great game. It's called Skyrim. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what am I playing? Skyrim?
Hey, Claire, you're finally awake, huh? We caught you trying to cross Terrasave. I was like...
Let me go back to sleep. Let me go back to sleep.
Yeah, I feel as if this game just completely ramps up all of the wrong elements, and I think this is probably the best time to talk about the 7 minutes in the room, as it were. That, of course, being Wesker. But it's not Wesker as you know it, because he's pitiful when he's busy being in a good game. No, it is his sister, who we never heard about until now, Alex Wesker.
Right.
What is it with Capcom, right? We've had Barry, Brad, and Billy. Now we've got Alex and Albert Wesker. Choose another letter, guys. It's not that difficult. There's 26 of them, come on.
Not even Wesker's son has an A name. Like
Exactly! Oh my god. Yeah, what did you think of her?
Honestly, she's so forgettable to me that I'm just like, oh yeah, she was related to Wesker, wasn't she?
Again, not to sound like a psycho, I didn't laugh so much at what happened to her, but
Right,
it was
of course.
more the, hey kids, do you want to see a magic trick? thing. Because throughout the game, and I will talk about this in a minute, but you've got these bracelets that are attached to you and everything, and if they turn red, then it means that you've exhibited a lot of fear responses, and it mutates you because she's infected everybody for some reason with
For
this.
funsies.
Yeah, with this mysterious Wesker disease, let's face it. You know, pop-off queen. This is something I was going to mention earlier before I got distracted, but I thought, oh, that's a really cool game mechanic. Does that mean that you're going to have like a fear meter or something? I think it would have been annoying, granted, but
100%. I was about to
Yeah.
say, it would be a concept, like an interesting one, but I can't imagine that would probably limit the game into being more of like a stealth kind of game, because it's
Yeah.
like, you gotta kill these zombies or else Moira's gonna freak out and the band's gonna go off.
Because even if it was like you took so much damage and then it turned red or something, you know, like Dead Space,
Mhm.
I thought maybe they might have done something like that, but it never really came into it. It was more a story beat, and of course, you meet up with all of your safe jobs. All of them just as forgettable as the last. Even the CEO of the damn organisation is forgettable. I'm sure there's one stan out there who's got the shrine to him going, how dare you? He sat on a dildo for our sins. Yeah, they were pretty forgettable, but I mean, considering they were probably just as forgettable as Alex, but the only difference was Alex at least had the Wesker name, so that's the only thing that was holding her up of everyone else. And literally, you fight through the game and you go through all the soul traps, and the first thing you meet her face to face, and granted face to face behind a partition wall. Okay, I'll admit it, I looked down for a second to have a sip of tea. I looked up and she was pointing a gun to her head and she shot herself, and I was like, what did I miss? What was in this tea? Were you blown away, no pun intended, but were you blown away by that when you first saw it?
I think I was. I'm really trying to remember everything about her, but I think I was like, oh, this is a direction that we're going. I was trying to get back into it when that did happen. I was like, okay, maybe we're actually getting somewhere serious, somewhere where the story's going to really ramp up, even though the game has been so far, but maybe it's going to finish really strong, and then it's just like, yeah.
Then she shoots herself.
We're playing Persona 3 now.
Persona.
I'm just going to summon Wesker shooting himself.
7 personas. 7 personas is all I have to spare. It's when she did that. She didn't even want to be in her own game.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
But that was the thing. You just sat there and you're like, oh, did I win?
Is it over? Ah, damn it.
I was so confused because I was like, oh, is she going to transform? Is she, you know, we're going to get the big boss fight? No, she just kills herself. And granted, there is a reason before anybody gets up in arms. It's like, no, there's more to the plot. Like there is. That she kills herself because she thinks that by dying, it's so stupid. By dying, she'll regenerate into her true form. A bit like Wesker in a way. He kind of died, and then your favourite game, Umbrella Chronicles, came back. She comes back as like this Quasimodo-less T-virus husk, and turns out it's her eye on the front of the cover, by the way, which I didn't realise. I thought, at least I think it is. It looks like her eye.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming, you know?
No, we're totally experts on eyeballs over here.
Oh yeah, clearly, yeah. Next to fashion, obviously.
Yeah.
Burgundy out this season, okay? But how did you find her transformation, is what I was going to say.
I was just like, at this point, I was so done. I wanted the game to be over, but I knew that there was the DLC episodes after it that I was just like, okay, can this just be done? I don't even think that I was thinking of, oh, is this actually a good boss fight or not? Or like, is this... I was just so... My soul was taken out of me by the time I had gotten to it. Fun fact, I got the bad ending because I was just so done with this whole game that I was just like, I don't even care that I got the bad ending.
Well, for the DLC, or?
For the 4th episode, I got the bad ending.
There's a bad ending?
Yes, there's a bad ending.
No, I mean, like, an actual bad ending. Not objectively bad.
If you don't give Moira the gun, if you have Claire handle it, you get the bad ending because Moira doesn't get over her fear. And then I'm trying to remember what happens for Natalia and Barry, but basically like everyone dies and it's just like, well, Wesker is taking over. It's like, cool, great. You know what? I actually like this, sure.
How? She's trapped on an island. She's not like Ricardo from, RE5 where he turns into a big fish monster. How is she getting off the island? She can't exactly go in the helicopter.
Yeah, I know that I was in the mindset of, oh, I'm so done. And it's like, but Jules, you have the DLC episodes. And I'm like, those are even worse. I don't even know how else to describe the DLC episodes.
What, you mean the one where you play as Moira and the child? It's like, oh, look at this spooky Silent Hill-esque where you're through this nightmare realm. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then Natalia's episode is just purely stealth, and I am so bad at stealth games. It's a running joke at this point that I'm bad stealth Jules, because I just get comedically bad luck when it comes to stealth. I'll be hiding, and it's like, oh, I see you. It's like, how? How did you see me? I don't understand. I unnecessarily died so many times in Revelations 2. I remember towards the end when there's the timer going off, I was playing as Moira and she just jumps off the side. I'm like, I didn't even, why would she do that? I don't even understand. And there's like one episode, I think you're playing as Claire and Moira during the section, and I was playing as Claire, I was shooting. The monster got to, I don't remember, it was like when you're in the not factory, but like you're outside.
Yeah,
that section, and that big final monster during that section, I was running out of ammo. That's the other biggest problem I have with this game, is the ammo. I constantly ran out of ammo for an action-oriented game. But I remember I was playing as Claire, and the monster had glitched through a container and got to Moira and killed her, and it's like, you died. What? How did I die? What do you mean?
We? Who's we?
Who's we? Or the section with Barry and Natalia when you're pulling these switches, and Natalia needs to get on these platforms. I had her on the platform, I pulled the lever, she stopped, the elevator was moving, she stopped, she went through it, and it killed her. I was like, this is a greatly polished game, I have to say.
10 out of 10. No notes.
So it's little frustrating things like that where if it happens so many times, like, is this actually a decent game?
I would say it's serviceable.
I haven't even dropped my hottest take, where this is where everyone's gonna this is where you're gonna have to distance yourself from me. I think it's the worst Resident Evil game.
Oh, no. Oh, hold on. Let me get a drink of water. That was a spicy take. Wow.
I think out of all of them that I have played, which is a good amount of them, I genuinely think it's the worst Resident Evil I've played. If I think about which ones I would replay Survivor and Outbreak over it any day. Because at least with Survivor, it's a short and merciful, like 2 hours, and it's really funny. The storyline is pretty bad. It's funny. I think it's just the blandness combined with just the frustratingness that I look at it and I'm like, I never want to play this game again.
You know what? I can't really disagree with that. I mean, I would definitely put Revelations 1, I would say, up there as probably some of the funner experiences. I mean, I had my fair share of moments where I was like, screw this game, I'm going to have a break, going to have a cup of tea, and that's it. But for Revelations 2, again, I really struggled to get through it. Not because it was difficult, although Lord help me, there was a lot of difficult moments, but it didn't hit the same notes as Revelations 1. Revelations 1 was unashamedly this B-movie, oh, who's the mole in the BSAA, and oh, this kind of intrigue and trying to find 3 ships with the same damn name.
Right.
But in Revelations 2, it was like, oh, we've got Claire Redfield. Oh, okay.
And Barry, that's it.
Yeah, it's like, we've got Claire, we've got Barry. Who else? His millennial daughter?
A little girl who has abilities? is.
And is now in the box because now it's something we haven't talked about is the reason that Natalia's around. I can't even remember where she came from. The reason she's there is because Alex wants to transfer her consciousness to her and live as her.
I think that's what happens in the bad ending, if I'm not mistaken. She does successfully transfer her consciousness into her.
Well, it happened in my ending and everybody lived, so it doesn't matter if you give her the gun or not. She's still going. Because that is, again, this is another what we will now be calling a box character.
Yeah, we're going to be wrong when 9 drops and then they just all return.
Yeah, it's just like Clive.
Natalia, what are you doing here?
I mean, it's been 10 years nearly. In fact, it has been 10 years roughly. Oh my god.
Revelations 2, came out in 2015.
Oh god, I feel old.
Same.
I mean, I was just finishing uni by then. Oh god.
Yeah, I graduated high school in 2015.
Oh my god. But yeah, sorry, my midlife crisis is like...
I'm joining you there.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god. Yeah, at the very end, you have the quote-unquote happy ending where Moira finally calls Barry dad and everything. And I'm sitting there going, oh, right, okay.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, it's like, that's all fine and good, but Quasimodo the second over there is about to just rip us a new one, so gonna just get the RPG and shoot things, and you have a cool moment where Claire fires the guns and everything out the helicopter, and you have to, I think you're Barry, I could be wrong, but you're like running through these caves up into like a spiral, running, getting chase fires, like, oh my god, I hate this.
Running well for like a 60-year-old.
Oh yeah, he didn't skip leg day, that's all I'm saying. I mean, but yeah, hey, clearly watched Jessica's fitness video, but anyway, last one, I swear. So, yeah, at the very end, there is quite a kind of nice wrap-up where Claire's on the phone to, I think, Chris or the BSAA.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and she says, oh, Chris is away to Shanghai.
No!
With a guy called Piers, and again, it's that interstellar moment of, no, don't go!
Doomed Yowie's happening right before my eyes.
Isn't that just Resident Evil in a nutshell? Doomed Yowie. Something 7 minutes. We all know who he truly loves.
We know what Wesker really meant.
Chris, stop it. Oh, you're pitiful, Wesker. I wish you said that in 5, but anyway. But yeah, there's a scene where they're talking and they're wrapping it up, and Natalia's been adopted by Barry, and that's kind of nice, except for the fact she's wearing the same dress, but who am I to judge parents?
Clearly, we're fashion experts here.
Yeah, oh, of course, yeah. Fashionistas, if you will. Yeah. Next month's Fashionista month, but anyway.
Yeah. The rise and fall of Gucci Chanel.
If they had the T-virus, where would their direction go? That's what we're asking.
Would Nemesis be dressed better if he had simply looked into Gucci fashion?
I mean, trash bag or trash bag with Louis Vuitton written on it. We might never know.
Someone will make that mod eventually.
I think it probably already have. If it's not out there, I would be more surprised. I mean, he's got the drip, as the cool kids say.
Oh, of course.
Clearly, I'm too old to say that. But
he has the Riz, if you know what I mean.
I'm not even going to say the other one that came to mind there. He even discussed me. I'm like, no, I'm not saying the one that begins with an S. But anyway, you know the one. But yeah, so she's reading a book and then she's like, oh, something, ominous, da, da, da. And then she does the smile and it's like, oh my God, Alex succeeded in transferring her consciousness. Into the box you go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder where this will go. Oh, it's never talked about again?
Yeah, nowhere. It's just, here you go. Here's the box. Get
People
comfortable.
say that 6 is the downfall of Resident Evil, but then you play Revelations 2 and it's like, maybe this was actually the downfall.
Well, I mean, when did 6 come out? 2012? Yeah, so, I mean, 3 years apart, surely. They should have learned their lesson, is what I'm saying, but they didn't. They coulda, shoulda, woulda, but they didn't. Resident Evil 6 took it in the, let's make the action more bombastic and over the top, whereas this game went for the, let's go for the gory body horror and things, and you're like, did you not watch the last game? Yeah, this game, honestly, I would still recommend people to play it at least once, but for me personally, and I know there's people out there who absolutely love this game.
I've seen people on Twitter, I've seen multiple people, I don't follow these people, I'll put that out there. It's on my For You page. I saw one on Twitter once because my friends know that this is my least favorite Resident Evil game. It's not my least favorite game of all time. That would be insane.
Yeah.
But I saw a post that was like, Resident Evil Revelations 2 is the best game. And it was like a whole thread of why. And most of it was just Claire glazing, which understandable. I like Claire. But if the sole reason you like Revelations 2 is because Claire is in it, I promise you there's a different Resident Evil game with the number 2 that has Claire in it that's better.
Yeah, Code Veronica.
Yeah, Code Veronica. I screenshotted it. I sent it to my friends. I was like, Twitter is being mean to me today.
It's throwing hands. Help, I'm scared.
I've seen posts out there that's like, it's the most underrated. It deserves a remake. And I'm like, I don't think anyone else is saying that this one deserves a remake, but each their own is what I'll say.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. Of all the games that do deserve remakes, I think they should be solely focusing on the earlier ones. And obviously they have with 2, 3, and 4. That's how numbers work. I nearly forgot. I was like 2, 3, 4, because I know they did the remake for the first game, which is absolutely fantastic. It's great. It is so good. But I wonder if they'll ever go back to it and do it in a more modern sense. If they do, I don't think that'll be for decades.
Right. I see all the time the discourse, because I'm not really in the Resident Evil circles. I'm kind of just like a lurker on the outside. Like, I participate, I cosplay, I play the games, I stream them, but I don't get into the discourse. I'm like, I'm too old for it at this point.
Yeah.
But I see what people are clamoring for remakes, and I agree with Zero and Code Veronica X being the next ones that should be focused on. But I see people throwing 5, 6, and then the Revelations games out there, and I'm like, the thing that y'all want the most about those being remakes is probably just graphical ones, because it's like, they think that they'd fundamentally change everything about 6 and Revelations 2, but I don't think that would necessarily happen if they did remake them, because a lot of Revelations 2 to me just suffers from, episodic games were very popular at the time. I mean, they were kind of dying off by 2015, and Resident Evil's never done an episodic game since. So clearly they were just following a lot of the game is, this is popular within the game sphere. Let's put all of it in here. And just a lot of it doesn't work. And if they did, for some reason, for whatever reason down the line, we're like, okay, we're remaking Revelations 2. I think there would be so much to fix, because it suffers from 2015 jank disease of dated gameplay that just doesn't really work anymore, and you'd have to fix so many things about it that a graphical upgrade wouldn't fix.
Because the thing is, I do think that the game, for the most part, does look good. Both of them do look good. But at the same time, something that always baffles me is the fact that, as you said, when people say, they want 5 and 6 remade, I think eventually they'll probably go to 5 in a couple of years. But, I mean, beyond the controversy that 5 courted, and we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, I think there is some severe rewrites that need to be done there before they go, this is acceptable in 50 by the time it comes out. But the thing is that with 2 and 3, I mean, other than if you go onto GOG.com or if you buy them in the PlayStation Store now, I mean, they didn't always used to be accessible.
Right.
And I think that in order to experience them, if people are able to get the remakes that use a modern scheme and look a lot better, sorry, I know that's heresy, but let's face it, come on, they have more polygons.
Playing through Survivor, that was because that was from the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
That one was hard to adjust to control-wise and graphic-wise. I doubt that will ever get a remake. It's in the same vein of Outbreak, where people aren't talking about it, but it's not accessible anymore. You can't play Survivor or Outbreak anywhere else besides the original hardware, less than legitimate means. So I could see why those ones, like, if there somehow rose up a fan base to remake those, I would fully accept those as getting remakes. But to be fair, with Revelations 1 and 2, they're not as accessible either.
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird the way that they've put them on Steam, and granted, maybe they have changed it. You're going to look it up while you're listening to this episode, and they'll be like, Satsu's lying, he's inaccessible. But it's not like you have, a gold edition or whatever. They have, buy episode 1, it's really cheap, it's only 79p, look at this. But then you're like, well, what the hell's the rest of the game? You have to buy that, too bad, the sale's over. You're like, you don't get the full experience. so you have to make sure you're buying the gold edition or whatever, or the collection, or Claire Redfield experience, feat some child. You're completely right, though.
So I just looked it up. On Xbox, there's a collection, and Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 bundle is currently $8.
Ooh, spicy. Yeah, what are you doing listening to this episode? Go buy that.
There you go, shilling Xbox. I think all of them are on sale. Well, most of them are on sale on Steam right now, at least in the US. I think the Resident Evil games are on sale. So listen to the podcast, go play them while listening, you know.
Yeah, and Capcom, if you're listening, I will shill any game. Even Revelations 2. It was the
Maybe
best
not
game.
Remember Me.
It was the best. Oh, God. Is Remember Me on sale?
Oh, God. I never finished that. It just randomly came to my mind. I was like, oh, remember.
So it is funny you mentioned that, right? And I know this is slightly off tangent before we finish, but I have to say this because nobody else will listen to me and my therapist won't return my calls. But I remember hearing about this, and the whole joke of it was, oh, remember me, but no one remembers this game. Ha ha ha. Right, so I bought it very cheap. I bought it, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to play it. Screw the haters. This looks like a fun game. And for the first couple of minutes, yeah, it was fun. I have never been so bored at a game in my life. I got past the scene where you pretend that somebody's husband had died in a memory, which was like horrifying. And then when they kept calling them errorists instead of terrorists, that's when I was like, okay,
right,
that's not funny. Because terror doesn't have to end in errorist.
Fun fact, that game is also made by Don't Nod, the people that made the first Life is Strange. So
what is this Venn diagram? Oh my God. The plot goes deeper. That's a rabbit hole. Oh my God.
I remember I got pretty deep into that game. Do I remember a single thing? No, but I played a decent amount of it.
See, that's the thing. You always think, oh, these people are being too cruel. They're just picking up this phrase from a YouTuber. Oh, you don't remember it? And then you do, and you're like, I don't remember any of this. This is just ridiculous. But that's next week's episode. That's the third time I've made that joke, but I'm going to run with it. Look, if Revelations 2 was just as lazy, it's a kind of closing point. I do think both of these games are worth checking out if, you know, it's on sale like it is now. Wink, wink. It might not be by the time this episode comes out, mind you. But yeah, that's a big whoopsie daisy. Whoops.
They're usually on sale a couple times a year. That's just how Resident Evil always is. It's like, especially during October, usually it's like, oh, it's the horror month or something, you know.
Yeah. In fact, I'll tell you how I knew about the sales recently. It's because I got a notification on my phone saying, oh, now all the Resident Evil games are on sale in the App Store. And all I could think was, who's playing this on an iPhone?
I thought about, because I made a joke with my friend, I think I also posted on Twitter that I'd play every version of Resident Evil 4 because I love Resident Evil 4 Remake so much, and I love Leon a lot, especially Bingo. So I was like, oh, I'll play every version, because I own the Wii version and 2 of the PlayStation 2 versions. I have the Japanese version, I have the English version. I was like, what if I actually played the mobile versions of these games too? How insane would I be to do that?
I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of lag and things for but, I mean, my phone is, granted, I think I got it probably during the lockdowns, and I thought...
Same, my phone is 5 years old.
Mine's is a 13, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure this would run, and it's like, nope, 15 or older. Why? I mean, granted, I don't think everyone's going to their iPhone 7 going...
What if I want to play at 3 frames per second? That's my prerogative.
Which pixel's Leon? It's like you might never know. Oh, God. Imagine. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you can play this game. Or maybe you can play it. I mean, I don't know. I have an old phone. So live my dreams, Pandalorians. Live my dreams of playing this game on your iPhone. But the series as a whole, this spin-off, is interesting. But again, if you want bombastic, over-the-top, episodic action and whatnot, definitely go for the first one. The first one is definitely the one that I would suggest people play. The second one, I would say yes with a but. I would say yeah, but you have to take it with a grain of salt. If you're more into survival horror, then that's probably going to be more your vibe, you know what I mean?
Coerce someone to come to your house to play it with you, duct tape their hands to the controller. I mean, what?
Mad Cat's controller, yeah.
Yeah, improve the experience by giving them a Mad Cat's controller.
Why does this have a turbo button? What does it do? Never
Turbo
mind.
pointing.
Yeah. Just flashing the flashlight on and off again. Well, we're playing Alan Wake here. That's another game I have to play.
I need to play the second one. I played the first one. I liked it. I just need to play the second one.
I've heard nothing but good things, and I keep going, oh yeah, I'll play that after Resident Evil month, and I'm like, maybe. One day. But yeah, what are your final thoughts about these two games? And after you're done, I do have one more question for you.
Oh boy. I highly recommend the first one. I'm not going to say don't play the second one, because if you're like me, you're trying to play every Resident Evil game. I just think maybe have some friends watch you play it, maybe have something to improve so you're not getting either bored or frustrated. That's my recommendation for Revelations 2 is I wish it was better. If there is a Revelations 3, somehow make it a Telltale episodic series. And I don't know, bring back Carlos. That's my requirements.
Well, that is exactly what I was going to ask you about Revelations 3. Because I was going to say, if you were creating a Revelations 3, what would you want, and where would you want it to be? What character, other than Carlos, hard mode, no Carlos?
I mean, my dream Resident Evil game in general is a Jill Leon game. That's my dream game. So if it's a Revelations 3 with Jill and Leon, I would love it if they just turned it into kind of like a buddy cop comedy. Like just fully play into them, playing off each other's dynamics. I don't even care if it's like a major Wesker villain, if it's like this is Wesker's nephew being evil. I just want them to be in a central location like Revelations 1, and then just have it be fully co-op, fully go into that co-op. Because in Revelations 1, you have a partner sometimes, but in Revelations 2, the partner's not really a full experience. I would say with Revelations 3, make it online co-op. One of you plays Jill, one of you plays Leon, and you're exploring something. It doesn't even matter to me. Let's see. Where haven't we gone? An airplane? I mean, in 6, they were on a plane.
And 5.
Oh, yeah, in 5. In space. There we go. In Revelations 3, Jill and Leon in outer space investigating Wesker's corpse somehow that got shot up there.
No, sorry, are you mixing up Resident Evil 5 with the end of JoJo Part 2? Is this a JoJo reference?
Helicopter, plane, same thing. Aviation vehicle. Yeah, you know what? Jill Leon space adventure. That's Revelations 3.
Yeah, to be honest, they haven't really gone into space for obvious reasons. They haven't gone in.
I wonder if there's a series that's dead while in space. Can't think of any. Truly a genre unexplored.
Oh yeah, Pikmin, sure.
yeah.
Because again, I asked my friends when we did Bioshock month about, where would you have Bioshock set? And again, I would say underwater, but I feel as if we've already done that with Resident Evil. At least with Resident Evil 6, I think, did that. That was literally the end of Chris's campaign.
Yes.
Yeah. And then this year underwater, so I don't know. There's not really many places you can go. I mean, there are places you can go, but we're running out. Is there another castle? Or does Spencer Oswald have a long-lost brother? Or
perhaps we go to a residence that's full of evil.
No, that's just too outlandish. Come on now. Come on, don't be silly.
They're just in an RV this time. Haunted RV. Road trip.
It reminds me of those Fierce to
Yes,
Fathom
I
games.
love those games.
Where it's like, don't talk while you're in the crapper, or else he's going to find you. It's like, yeah, I don't have the bravery for those games. Yeah, I am going to scream, I'm going to cry, and that's before I turn on the game.
I can fully admit I've only ever been scared once, and it was a jump scare in 7. 7 and 8 are the only ones that have ever made me feel actually scared, because it's in the beginning of Village where you're like looking at the locker code or something, and then like the zombie just comes through the window. That got me. And then in 7, when you fall through a pit and you're like climbing up again and you get jump scared. Those are the only ones that have got me. But the most I felt scared by a Resident Evil game was Resident Evil Remake, the first one, because just the whole atmosphere. Meanwhile, Revelations made me feel anxious. Revelations 2, I was just like,
yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, it's Gore. It's Gore of my favourite character.
Great.
Great. Can't wait for this game. I'm totally with you there. The first remake made me jump out my skin when I discovered that Crimson Heads were a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I had heard about them, but I never really understood. I thought, all right, they're just more aggressive, and nobody told me they were faster.
Right.
So I walked through a door, and then all of a sudden all I heard was, and I was like, oh, oh my Jesus. I mean, with number 2, I jumped with Mr. X, who was stomping around at the speed of sound. That terrified me. Even though, again, I knew about him. And the other one, of course, was 7, with when I went to go into the Baker estate and I closed the door and it was just pitch black. It's, in JoJo, where they've got the menacing characters floating. That's exactly what it was like beside us. Menacing. I was like, I don't want to be here, guys. I'm going to be quite frank with you. Let's cut to brass tacks here. This is a great place. Revelations, there was only 1 or 2 times I maybe jumped away. Oh, that's unpleasant. Understatement. Oh, that's not spiffing. But with the Revelations 2, I'm completely with you. There was maybe 1 or 2 moments I jumped, but I kind of thought, that's not a fair jump scare. Come on now.
Where's the evil in this?
I know, it's like Lord of the Rings. Where is the jump scare in the night?
I never even intended to fully play the series, because when I was a kid, I was scared of Luigi's Mansion. I stopped playing Luigi's Mansion at the first level. I was that terrified of games when I was a kid. The way I started it was, it was like a charity goal of mine. I was like, okay, I'll play the first Resident Evil, and then it just snowballed from there, and then it got me into Revelations 1 and 2.
Aren't you happy?
It got me into Revelations! And Revelations 2.
Previously on Revelations 2. I mean, I was the same. As soon as I played 4, I fell in love with it, and then that spiraled into, quite frankly, doing a full month of Resident Evil, as you can see. But I am totally with you there, because the game that scared me when I was younger was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
I think I've seen clips of like people playing that game. It's pretty funny looking.
So it's so funny now, but back then, little Satsu was not all for it, because there's a scene where I can't remember, someone throws something into the dungeon. He's a wee prat, but anyway, so you go down and you have to retrieve this, and you go into this room and there is a troll sleeping, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use a levitation spell and move this cage onto, it's like a pile of hay, so you don't wake him, and then you sneak in, you grab the key, you run out. I didn't know this at the time, so I was slamming it down, and every time you slam it down, the troll wakes up, and that scared the bejeebus out of me. Honestly, I couldn't get by it for ages. And then one day, I plucked up my courage. I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to complete this. I did it. I was screaming the whole time, but I did it. And, I was going through a whole thing of adrenaline. My heart was pumping. I was like, oh, great. But finally, I'm out this damn dungeon. I don't have to do this again. Got to the top of the stairs, and what's waiting for me? 3 more trolls. I turned the game off. I never played it again.
The game was trolling you.
It literally was.
I mean, I stand behind older games being scarier because of the graphics. Like, the thought of I can't distinctly tell what this is, to me, is a scarier concept than high definition. Oh, this is gross and creepy looking, but I can tell what it is. 9's looking to be scary. I will admit that. I'm like, this is looking like we're ramping up the horror here.
Yeah, because that's something I brought up a couple of weeks ago when my friend Luke and I, we were talking about the difference between why Mr. X was so scary versus, subsequent stalking villains like Nemesis. And by Nemesis, I mean remake Nemesis, Louis Vuitton bin bag Nemesis. Not original OG 90s, it's got the cap on backwards Nemesis. I was a 90s kid, sue me. Yeah, the reason I found Mr. X so scary was because he looked so human and he looked so relatable, and you kind of thought, oh my god, this is terrifying. Whereas when you saw William Birkin in comparison, it's like, oh look, he's got a big eyeball on him, and you're like, oh, okay. Admittedly, with the Revelations, a lot of them didn't look very humanoid, and you thought, oh great, here's another monster. But then others really did. They doubled down on that design, and you thought, this is actually terrifying, like with Rachel and her big body horror kind of thing. You're like, I don't like this anymore.
There's just a certain balance between scary and gross/goofy looking, which is like we mentioned with Derek C. Simmons. Like, it goes from, okay, this is kind of scary, to, okay, we're getting a little crazy here.
Yeah, it's like T-Rex. Did you watch Jurassic Park before this? Or what's the vision, guys? First you turn Shanghai into bug people, and now you've got a T-Rex roaming around. What's the end game here?
We're gonna get a Resident Evil cinematic universe in this eventually.
Oh my God. I mean, that's the thing, and it baffles me. See, when I look at the animated films,
Yeah.
and you see how they are, again, not grounded by any means, but they all have very similar end bosses. It's either going to be the big blob with the big eye going, oh, I'm going to get you, and then they blow it up at the end because, let's face it, Resident Evil game, or it's just a variant of the Tyrant. But they never went back to that.
Right.
They never went back to the T-Rex or anything. As far as I know, there could be one out there, but yeah, it's always like a humanoid or a tyrant or whatever. It's never animalistic, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I cannot wait for how 9 is going to tackle it, because it's going to be terrifying, but I'll also have to buy it day one.
For sure.
Yeah, I know for a fact there's going to be someone, probably that person who I insulted Claire Redfield in front of. It's like, yeah, well, you called her Tobey Maguire. Anyway, Grace dies at the end. Oh. For legal reasons, I don't know if that happens. The game's not out yet as I'm recording this. So if anybody gets angry going, oh, you spoiled the game.
I had that happen to me when Danganronpa V3 came out. I did a prediction video and I was 95% accurate. So everyone that watched it was like, they came back and left a comment and was like, thanks for spoiling it. So I know that feeling. I promise I wasn't spoiled.
Or the worst one they can do, where you say, this is my favourite character. I was watching, I think it was Money Heist. You know, it's the Netflix show. It's like the Spanish one where they try to rob a bank. Great show, by the way.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, would totally recommend it. Well, first 2 seasons I'd recommend, the others, it jumps the shark. But anyway, sorry, that's another episode. But in that, there was a character I really liked, and I said, oh, I really like them. They're really cool, you know, a bit chaotic, but really cool. And then some idiot underneath commented, oh, don't get too attached to them. And I went, you like, you know that way when people say, oh, don't get attached to certain characters in this series, and you're like,
especially horror series. It's like, oh, don't get attached.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't help it. I'm a human being.
Does the dog die in Resident Evil?
When I was going through JoJo, my friends wanted me to get into JoJo. I was like, under one condition, if you make me a whole list of where animals are getting harmed and you like tell me where that is, and I'll skip it. They did. They committed and they made me a whole list. So I watched JoJo because they gave me every timestamp of where it happened.
So essentially you just skipped half of part 1.
I put my hand in front of the screen. I was watching it subtitled, so I was reading the subtitles at the bottom while my hand's covering what's happening. Part 3 is really bad with it too. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad Resident Evil, it's like, okay, the zombie dogs are kind of gross looking, but I still feel bad.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't take pleasure in it.
Right. Let me just admit I'm a psychopath right now.
Funny enough, and again, last side tangent I swear, but my partner and I were watching, I think it was The Conjuring, you know, for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever we watch a horror film and then a cute dog appears, I'm like, does the dog die? And then my partner was like, why are you looking that up? You know, it's a horror film and people are going to die. And it's like, yeah, but they know what they signed in for, right? Moving into this haunted house and whatnot. This dog didn't have a say at all.
Exactly.
And then it was like, yep, that scene, skip. Okay, right, okay, back to them getting haunted and thingy. It's like, oh, okay, now I can watch it.
I don't blame you. If I see an animal, I'm like, hold on, what happens?
I can't wait for Revelations 3 where it's going to be like, here's the cutest dog in the world.
It's going to be Leon and the wolf again from 4. And it's going to be like, oh no.
With the eye patch.
The wolf has the eye patch.
Diamond dogs. Anyway, Capcom, get on that.
Yeah, Capcom, hire us. We have plenty of good ideas, obviously.
And on that nugget of gold there, honestly, Jules, thank you so much for joining me in this episode. And yeah, talking about Resident Evil Revelations and Revelations 2.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, before we wrap up, where can these amazing Pandalorians at home find your content?
So every social platform I have, it's one simple name. It's Bad Games Jules everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all Bad Games Jules.
And yeah, I can only reinforce that. Definitely go check out Jules. Absolutely fantastic content. And if you do follow our page, then yeah, videos of yours will pop up randomly and I'll go, what Resident Evil game are you playing today? Oh, Survivor Outbreak, great.
My favourite.
Oh yes, a second helping of Revelations 2, please. But yeah, if you would like to check out more episodes from ourselves, as well as our interview that we did 3 years ago, can you believe that? Jeez,
oh my, oh man.
Time is a flat circle and all that. This is something I say to all my friends and things. I'm like, oh yeah, I should definitely get you back on for an episode. There is somebody that I've been saying that to for years, and I never realised the last episode was like a year or two ago. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh no, I need to get you back on. But yeah, definitely. We'll be in talks after for David Cage month, of course.
Oh, I'm 100% down to do that. I could talk about all of them at length.
I think you are literally the only person who will agree to that on short notice.
All right, yippee.
Yay.
I will replay all of them on stream right before it, just so it's completely fresh in my mind.
I am not even kidding. I will definitely talk to you. Like, yeah, let's try.
Hell yeah.
Oh. The things I do for this podcast. I won't be playing Heavy Rain again because I know it too well.
I think I've played it 6 times. So...
I've played it so many times. I've got a compilation video. So if you go to Chatsu Plays on YouTube, we've got it's like over an hour long. It's just us absolutely riffing on the game. It's one of my proudest achievements as a content creator, and it's not even close. Even though it hasn't got thousands of views or whatever, I do not care. It is my baby and I love it.
No, I understand that feeling. It's like, I made this out of passion and love. I don't care how many people seen it.
It's a game only its creator could love, and I am here for it. Oh, gosh. But yeah, if you want to check out more episodes from ourselves, as well as other episodes from Resident Evil Month, then you can check us out at our website, chatsunami.com, as well as all good podcast apps. I also want to thank our amazing Pandalorian patrons, Robotic Battle Toaster, Ghostie, and Cryptic1991. Thank you so much for supporting the show. But if you would like access to exclusive episodes, commentary tracks, early access, as well as Jules and I's full thoughts about Revelations 3, of course. Then, of course, for legal reasons, that last one's a joke. Then you can indeed check us out at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Chatsunami. This podcast is, of course, a proud member of the PodPack Collective. For more information, check us out at our Twitter/X page at PodPack Collect. But until next time, thank you all so much for joining us. Stay safe, stay awesome, and most importantly, for the love of God, before you stay hydrated, go play Revelations 1 first. You won't regret it. Revelations 2, we'll see you on the other side.